Hello, everyone, and welcome back to
Lemon roll.
Temptations of Ait'seh with what team comp and that asshole over there. I'm just kidding. He's part of what team comp too, and we love him. Love you, Butters. Where we get up to D&D tomfoolery in the world of Ait'seh, which ironically is the same world as Lemon Rolls. So, I mean, same world, different place. That being said, when we last left off with you all,
No, Guru, the reason I said it is because last session you started off and welcome to an adventure and so I'm like, that's very close to being confusing.
doing what?
Last session, on Tuesday, yesterday, you started off with welcome to the adventures and Ait'seh.
Yeah. These are adventures in Ait'seh. It's just different world. I didn't say temptations of Ait'seh. I said the world.
You almost said temptations because you said wait, no, wrong session.
No, we're still in the world of Ait'seh.
One day, maybe we'll have a session where it's both.
Well, Talbot is going to talk to Mordecai, you see.
We love you, Don.
That's in Sorcery and Secrets! And those are two different people's characters!
I think you broke him.
Perfect.
The alternate planes.
All as planned.
He's gonna kill us all.
I'm sorry, Don. Don't kill us.
Murder. Back to the point at hand. You guys are currently still in the world of, or not the world, the land of Tamdov, where you have gone to Wheat Valley at the bequest of the Ivory Hills nobles, as well as, more importantly, for your own means, to find out more of what happened with the warlocks, and surprisingly enough, even the nobles seem to believe that something's amiss here, saying that they just want to find out what is attacking these temples and be done with it. Having finally got to Wheat Valley and looked at one of the temples in question, the temple is splattered with a black, almost living tar-like substance, which was determined, when Clear decided to test it, is incredibly flammable.
Indeed.
Indeed.
So with you all able to learn that little bit of information and having opportunities before you, what would you like to do?
Oh, we also found that some of that black shit was in the well.
In the well.
Oh, it's in the well too?
It's in the center well. I was
So
heading.
people are drinking.
People are drinking it. It's probably what's making them sick.
Yo, fuck.
People are drinking what?
The black stuff. The black stuff's in the water.
I called it.
That's not fun.
I'm proud of myself personally.
I'll call Bo over because I remember you saying that like where we were was near the center of town anyway. Once he's finished doing his potted plant.
I don't know if he's even. Yeah, let's say. Is he back from the planting?
I remember near the end of the session, Don did say that by the time I made it back to the center, that you were finishing up with it. So I'm assuming like within the next few minutes you'll be done.
Sure.
Bo! She'll gesture him to come over and kind of point into the well. You were right.
Yes.
I'm gonna go check the wells around the perimeter of the town. You wanna come with me?
Oh, yeah.
I will head to the wells that the people pointed out are on the outer edges of the town and see if I see the same thing.
So you're looking for more wells, or just to make sure?
Yeah, to see if it's just in that one or if it's in every single well.
Okay. What are you using to check the wells?
All you have to do is look down in it.
Yeah. Some of them are going to be a little bit harder to see.
Is
Well-
Richard with us?
I have a.
Virdrick?
Is he?
No?
Are you gonna put him in the bucket?
You were back at the inn last I checked with Bo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm back at the end.
Is Adim with us?
Zadim is with Kalir.
Yes.
Where
I do have-
they?
I do have an idea though. Kalir and Zadim are at a.
As I know.
Go ahead.
Wait, where are we?
Kalir and Zadim were back at the temple watching the goo burn, just because I remember
Okay,
Kalir was
yeah.
studying it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Khalil wanted to watch it.
He goes,
Pyro.
well, I mean, I trust you. And he'll pull out a piece of rope.
How about this, Arcus? And she'll kind of like lean down to whisper into the satchel. You might want to turn into a bird.
Looks around, just kind of stares back at you. Makes like this doggy, just like, nah.
He's been hidden in the satchel this entire time, so it's not like anyone knows what the fuck.
I know, but he's like peeking out at you, just sticks his tongue out, goes back in, shuffles, and feathers start to pop out.
Bo looks confused in a moment of realization.
And
She
as
will-
the moment of realization passes, an eagle's head pops out. Golden eagle. Just this
How's
very
a golden?
You don't know what that is?
It's an actual
creature.
No.
breed. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what that
It
is.
is an actual creature. It is called a golden eagle because it has very golden, lightly brown, shaded feathers.
It's a smaller breed of eagle.
Hmm.
It's probably why it's not as well known.
Yeah.
Very pretty.
Yep.
I will have him go down to the well and see if he can see it.
He starts to
He's
go
looking
down,
for a black
and
splotch.
as he's going down, you basically hear
Wait,
the
I
equivalent
stop
of a
him.
bird.
I stop him.
Yeah. Okay.
I will give him a rock, a small pebble, and cast light. That way he just doesn't accidentally plunge into the darkness.
Doesn't he have dark
Nice.
vision?
Not as an eagle.
You
Okay.
also can't discern grays, so it will just be black on black.
Fair enough. Okay.
Goes down, and as it does so, clearly there is a slight problem with this because he is a small creature, so it's a little bit difficult for him to have the wingspan correct.
Wait, he's not a tiny creature?
No, he's a small creature.
How big is that bird? That's so
Wingspan's pretty big,
But
yeah.
It's because Arcus himself is a small creature.
That's still a giant fucking bird.
Mm.
Like, that's the same size as Bo.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, it's not like height-wise, like from the feet to nose. It's wingspan length predominantly at this point because wingspan length, yes, probably a little bit bigger than you actually, but height-wise, he comes up to maybe your hip, which is still a big bird.
I'm so confused how you just said, oh yeah, it's a smaller bird, and then you tell me this.
No,
You're
no.
using-
My words were it's a smaller version of it. Like
Yeah.
IRL, it's a smaller version of an eagle. In D&D, it's just an eagle.
Eagles are just that small.
Body-wise,
They're
not
just,
wingspan.
there just isn't that much freedom. The DM took it all. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Anyway. I can feel Dawn twitching.
No, I'm not twitching. I'm just waiting.
Go ahead.
Eventually, he is able to drift his way down and get to a point where he feels comfortable dropping the pebble a little bit. And as it drops into the water, it still has more than enough light to shine in, and you can see almost like veins of black goo seem to be crisscrossing the wall.
Ugh.
Can I shoot a radiant blast at it?
Sure. Sacred Flame, I'm guessing?
Yeah.
Alright. It has no way of dexterously dodging it. It doesn't seem to enjoy the damage it takes. It doesn't seem to be overtly affected by it, but it does seem to wither from a little bit from where you've hit it.
Should I do it more? He looked at Navarro.
Tell you what, I'm sorry, I didn't hear that last bit.
Should I do it more?
Well, I know it burns well. With actual fire, so I'll whistle and call Arcus up.
Mm-hmm.
And let me see if I have...
Good. Does it melt as I hit it?
Less
Oh,
of a
right, I can't
melting-
learn Firebolt!
Yep.
Fuck.
Less of a melting and more of like a... It's because it's not fire, but it does wither slightly.
It's
As
like
it
a
would
wither
fire.
that turns it into a goop a bit that probably
Yeah.
falls on the...
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah,
Which,
if
to be fair, it
we
doesn't
just-
appear to be like turning it into a goop. It appears to be more like it's drying it out rapidly.
Well, actually, that radiant seemed to do something about it. And you are a cleric.
I've been told this many times.
Can you make holy water?
He's like, huh? Look at his face. I mean, I guess, but not today.
I'm sure we're staying here for a bit anyway to try and fix it, but I mean, go for it. Do it again and see if it works.
It also costs a first level spell every time.
Oh, fair enough.
Because there's a spell for it.
I didn't know if it was. I didn't know if it was the IRL blessed or if it was a spell. Holy shit.
No, it's ceremony.
Then yeah, she'll kind of give the gesture. Go ahead, try and Sacred Flame it again.
Okay. Do you?
Because all I have is Eldritch Blast, which is a big no-no, Thunderbolt, Chill Touch, and Poison Spray. I don't have Firebolt.
Can I gauge the emotions of this thing?
I'm going to say no, because there's nothing really expressing itself per se. You see, when it's hit by it, it withers and it like it shrinks in on itself, but it doesn't seem to like violently react. It's not passively reacting. It just withers in the area where it was struck.
Big energy. Yeah, sure, I'll just light it up.
She started lighting it up with sacred flames.
Wait, he
and-
stops. I go, what if this thing is like... So, the nobles want it gone, right? Bears?
Paris?
Paris.
No. It appears we have lost Paris.
Okay, there we go. I was completely and utterly lagging for a good minute, so I just sat and waited for it to fucking go.
Yeah, we were waiting on you. We were just like, Paris?
It's just completely stopped. I'm sorry.
Go ahead and ask the question again, Butters.
So, the nobles want this gone, right?
Honestly, I believe so.
So, what if it's doing something good? It's doing something bad, of course, but what if it's also doing something good?
Well, currently, from what we can tell, it's poisoning the villagers.
From what I understand, do I have augury readied up, right?
We'll double check. You tend to have auguries set up and readied up, but I'll check.
I should. Usually when I don't know, if I don't know we're getting into combat, I usually have augury.
Augury is a first level with
Second.
Second level? Okay. Yeah, with the spells that you have on your sheet currently prepared, augury is not amongst them.
I don't want to hit any of them till tomorrow.
Alright. Another thought that occurs to me as well. They want this gone, correct?
Mm-hmm.
What if it's because it's evidence of something that they were doing?
Exactly, which is why I want to wait until I can ask my guide.
Alright. I'm just concerned with. She'll kind of gesture to any villager that passes by.
Yes. You need something?
Oh, no, I was worried. I didn't know exactly what was. She'll gesture to his fingertips.
What about your fingertips? What?
Yours.
Mine? Looks at his hands. What about them?
Are they the same color as before? Or are they like.
What do you mean?
You described like most of the villagers had like blackish tips to their fingers, or at least graying. Yeah.
He looks at his fingertips, looks back at you. Yeah?
I mean, I'm purple, so I can get away with it slightly, but I didn't know that your fingertips were supposed to be that color.
Oh! Well, some of us work towards the coal mines. Turns and kind of points off to the northeast. We work there usually most of the week. When we come back on our days off, we still gotta clean up and whatnot, but most of us forget.
Does he look as sickly as the others? Because he's talking fine.
He does have a bit of that sickly look to him, and he's talking fine, but like you can also see like his veins of his neck kind of bulge slightly as he like holds back a cough. It's
Can I actually ask you a question, sir?
Yeah. So
She will pat him on the back.
he kind of waves his hand like, nope, I'm fine. What is it?
A lot of people seem to be sick here.
Oh yeah, just after the fires and whatnot. I mean, with not less food and whatnot, it's not exactly helping.
So it happened after the fires.
Mostly.
Smoke inhalation? She's looking at Bo.
None of us were really near him, but I mean,
What kind of symptoms does he have? Like, other than the discoloration of skin and coughing?
make a medicine check.
May I?
You may. I will roll it for you. Medicine.
That's kind of what I expected.
Natural 20 for Bo.
Yeah.
Bo, with your natural 20, this
I think
has...
you roll good for me, but not yourself.
I don't know, okay? Look, I've rolled bad for people, too. You'd guess that this is a combination, actually. There's a part of it that you're not able to put your finger on, which does not make sense to you. The rest of it, though, your mind goes to... some of these people possibly have black lung from being in the coal mines, and other part of it might be from a little bit of smoke inhalation, but that shouldn't have lasted this long.
If we went to the coal mines, would we be allowed in?
I mean, if you talk to the warden, maybe. It depends on
From a
the
man of the
veteran.
clergy.
I mean, if you say you're with the clergy, I mean, that might help you. They've been needing some people to, make sure that certain areas have been, cleansed, make sure that, we're not poking into places that have, holy sites to them and whatnot from old people. Sometimes people, when they have holy sites, messed with, it can, it makes like a crazy motion. Some people,
Driving a bit nuts.
some people,
I don't think I know someone like that.
No, someone like what?
It goes a bit batty if we mess, or if someone messes with his holy symbol.
Oh, who?
She'll look at the inn.
So I've never seen someone mess with his holy symbol.
Yeah, but he gets mad about everything, so I can imagine that would just drive him nuts.
I think you over-exaggerate about him sometimes a little bit.
Probably a little bit. You forget that I like to mess with him, though.
But yeah, I think we should tomorrow.
Explore the coal
But I
mine.
still wanna ask my guys about everything.
Alright. Navarro will be Bo's assistant.
I mean, if you got it, whatnot, good on you. Gives a little nod, walks off,
She'll give him a bow. Much appreciated.
gives a wave over her shoulder. Yeah.
She'll kind of gesture Bo, just like, lead the way.
I'm just going back to the inn.
She'll follow him.
Yeah, he said he's doing all that tomorrow.
Well, he said, I'm doing that tomorrow, but I still want to question. So I thought he meant like he wanted to question today and then do.
Nah, he wants to
Focus,
question
Gus.
his god.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. I will write a quick note on parchment and tie it to Arx's leg and ask him to send it to or take it to Zadim.
Okay.
Because I can't talk through him.
Of course.
It just basically says, Bo, Virgil, and I are at the inn. Probably gonna stay there for the rest of the day.
Okay.
So it lands up clear, because Matt ain't here.
Mhm. So clear, you get a no.
You got a message.
You got me.
That's you.
Thank you. And it basically says that, they're going to be doing exactly what Paris just said. Paris. Not Paris, NPR.
Sorry, my mic was.
It happens, man.
She reads the note. And firstly, where's Vidri?
In the end.
We're still in the end.
Okay. Secondly, she'll read it and she'll pass it on to Zadim, and I don't know. She just kind of, she kind of wants to just sit and watch the fire for a bit, or like,
At this point, hasn't it been like 30 minutes if he went to fucking each well?
Around this, and it's burnt down, but if you ever get out a stick and poke it, it lights back up. Not like violently, but it's still kind of sputtering and still has that fire is there feel to it.
Does it feel like it'll go out soon?
It feels like it's dying down, at least currently. A few clerics have come by and look like they've been about ready to offer help, and then just kind of watch you for a moment, and just kind of slowly back away.
She doesn't look fanatical.
No, I'm not saying you look fanatical, but you're watching it burn and being like, interesting science, and they're just like, we'll leave you to it.
We don't like science here.
No, they don't mind science at all.
Science.
It's just that you're observing a fire of something that's clinging to their village or their temple. So they're honestly,
It's on the floor. It's on the floor.
A part of me is wondering if they're looking at her and thinking, "No, he's this bitch gonna try and light what's on the temple on fire." That's what would be running through my head.
Well, she's basically gonna tell Zadim she's gonna wait. Wait, hold on. What's the name of the inn? In there.
I don't believe you got that.
We didn't, despite there probably
Nope, it
being
was
a
the Homestead
sign.
Inn. It's Homestead Inn.
Okay.
Homestead Inn. Okay. I'll keep that in mind. She'll basically tell Zadim she's gonna watch it until it goes out, and then she's gonna see if it's still alive. And if it isn't, she's gonna collect a sample.
He's still alive.
Okay.
I mean, I asked the Dean to just pretty much hang out with you so you wouldn't be alone, because we don't apparently like to split the party where there's only an individual.
I mean, Khalid can take care of herself. I'm joking.
I remember the tunnel!
You may not be able to see it, but my eyebrows are wiggling violently.
She could have gotten up. I just forgot about that mechanic because. But yeah, yeah. She's not gonna say like she's gonna just let Zadim do whatever he wants to do, really.
Sorry.
And I suppose Zadim being the only responsible is going to, well, the only responsible, clear-headed and not always angry person in the party.
I'd argue Bo's responsible.
Actually, yeah, I'll take that back. He's kind of responsible, yeah. Vidric is responsible, but
He's just burying it under rage.
Very pessimistic.
Yeah.
Very pessimistic.
The fact that I got a spark of optimism from him is still running through Navarre's head. Like, did I dream that? What was happening?
But yeah. I forgot what I was gonna say.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, you're just gonna let Zadim do what he wants to do, basically. And oh yeah, that was it. Given Zadim's being a responsible adult, he would probably stay with the Khalea.
Most likely.
Probably. I think that's why he stayed behind to begin with.
Yeah, because I pretty much asked him, like, can you watch her and make sure nothing bad happens?
I love the trust.
Honestly, it was more because she didn't want something horrible to happen for Khalir's actions to be misunderstood and for her to get attacked by clerics. Because that seems to be like a massive fucking trend, is that clerics are misunderstanding someone in the party's actions and it leads to bad.
Did you guys fuck over clerics before I got here?
No, the fucking grave cleric incident is what I'm remarking about.
What? They didn't see her as a villain or anything. They were just kind of confused and angry.
Yeah, but you also became slightly rejected by their entire tower. You're essentially barred from returning. You never went back to find that out because you were making everyone incredibly uncomfortable with shouting and screaming and whatnot as you came up.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean,
Very clear thing to do, but at the same time,
you very much overplayed the whole shouting and screaming thing.
I mean, to be
like
fair, I might be overplaying it a little bit, but you weren't exactly being subtle about it either.
I love Guru just fans up to it, to be fair. Like,
yes, I might be overplaying it, but you weren't being subtle about it, and word spreads. So whether you were or were not, that's probably how the people interpreted it, and spread it as though you were.
But anyway, yeah. I mean, Killer doesn't know that, and I don't think Ivara would, unless she went back.
I did.
I'll take it. Oh, did you?
No.
I went back to get something done.
Oh.
I finally got someone banned from entering somewhere.
I think it was just you. Yeah, you were the only one who was banned because you were the one who talked about it.
That's exactly what I said.
Yeah.
I finally got banned.
Oh, he means like you finally got a character. Okay.
Yeah, no, I know.
Yeah, I finally got the party ban. No.
I feel like he's been trying this with Payday for no success.
Somewhat. He just gets weird looks and treated like an insane person.
I mean,
You are a pack bear shoot great old ones, so that kind of comes with the territory.
I mean, to be fair, that's how he plays it too. Moving forward, though.
Anyway.
Fire.
Just whispered, fire!
It does eventually begin dying down. Like, no sparks, whatnot. It still has, like, the heat that's coming off of it. Like, you can get closer without, the fire damage you were taking before, but it is still radiating that heat.
Okay. Well, she is going to... Well, she's gonna grab a particularly long stick.
Poke.
If there is one.
You'd have to leave the city to get one. And even then, they don't have many, because this is not a forested area. This is a field and hills sort of area.
You see, that's a problem.
I know. It's not my problem, but it is a problem, yes.
Well... Okay. She is going to... I just... She's gonna go up to Zadim and ask for one of his arrows. Just to borrow for a brief moment.
Okay.
And then she'll poke the burnt bits with a stick.
The burny bits.
And she'll drop it if it looks like it's crawling off.
Make a perception check.
Okay. Bob.
11,
That's not awful.
bad.
Nice.
For a second, you think that it starts to, like, it looks like he's moving up, and then you realize, no, you're just shaking the arrow. It's just bouncing on the arrowhead.
Oh. What does it look like it's doing when she pokes it? Does it look like it's crumbling or...
It's more like pushing, because you're using the arrowhead, so the tip of it.
Yeah.
Unless you're doing the feathers, in which case that's a whole different story. I presume you're doing the smart thing and using the arrowhead.
Yeah.
You're intelligent.
She'll gently tickle it. No.
Not gonna work, I can promise you that. It's not necessarily crumbling, but as you're like, are you pushing the flat side against it or the bladed side?
She'll try both. She pats it with the flat side first, and then she will, like, try and cut it then afterwards.
Patting it with the flat side is like, almost feels like using the flat of a blade to pat against a loaf of bread. And when you cut through it, it cuts like almost smooth.
Crisp.
But you do have to put some force against it to actually get it to cut. And when you do, it's almost like just like a slightly broken down, like, it doesn't split off in one successive chunk. Like, there's little bits, like you can see, like little almost like wiry parts of it that'll snap apart as you're cutting through.
Okay. Is it like chocolate buttons? Is it like snapping one of those in half or something?
I mean,
Somewhat.
Okay.
Claire's borrowing one of your arrows to check and see if the thing's still on fire.
well, alive.
Or alive,
Yeah.
Both.
I mean, she can see if it's still on
good.
fire, I would assume.
But yeah. I mean, you'd be surprised.
She may not be perceptive, but she ain't blind.
Never said that.
I'm
I can
blind.
sense differences in light levels.
Christ.
Okay. Well, she's going to cut off a chunk,
Mhm.
and she'll separate it from the rest of the area. And she's come to think of it, does she have a glass bottle? That's a good question. Do herbalism kits have them? I don't know.
Usually for making generic herbalism brand healing potions.
She'll put it in one of them then.
Okay. You slip it in, and you have a chunk, small sliver, if you will, of this stuff.
Stuff.
Mhm.
She gives Zadim back his arrow. Thank you very much.
Holy shit! Zadim is
Zadim
glitching out of the reality.
Zadim opens his mouth and an eldritch.
Wait, no, guys, is that how I used to sound?
A little bit.
A little bit.
Whenever I'd cut out?
Oh, when you cut out, no, you just stopped.
Oh, okay.
There were a few times when you did that.
'cause you-
There were a few
Yeah.
times where you roboted like that, yeah. Try again, man.
Sound effect. What?
Suck.
.mp3.
Stop. I believe Matt has died.
Where did he go?
Or he's honestly just not gonna talk because he doesn't want to make that sound again. So
I think it was where he was what I'm saying. I'm going to assume he says you're welcome. We can move on now.
Yeah, probably.
we'll make an ass out of you and me for now.
I suppose we'll get going to the end.
I mean, you have the sample, unless you want to try and burn some more. No.
We must save some for later. But yeah.
So you all are heading back to the inn. Beardrick, what have you been doing all this time?
That's a good question, to be honest. I figured he was more just kind of like relaxing, but I mean, we're here to. Did we figure out when exactly the shit happened?
The ooze.
Yeah, when the ooze shit started. Did we figure out when that started?
They said it shortly happened after a man in a cloak passed by, but I can't remember the exact time frame he gave me.
Okay, Veerdrick would probably try to gather some info from the innkeeper too then.
Okay, who are you trying to gather that info from?
Innkeeper.
Okay, what are you asking him?
First gonna ask him when the problems with that ooze, I guess, just started.
Now what you're calling the black stuff on the temple?
He nods.
Oh. Wouldn't have associated that with oozes. I think oozes and such like that, I think of like deep dwelling cave sort of things, not All right. I'm sorry. It's just
His face is
that is
continuing.
a very different way of putting that, and I've never actually thought of it like that. That's a the fuck.
He's pronouncing oozes like I pronounce goblins. Yeah.
Gablins!
Goblin.
Oh no!
Couple months back, maybe. Well,
Hmm?
not that far back, actually. That's too far. Right before the fires happened. That's for sure.
Say that again?
Right before the fires happened.
Dawn?
Can you hear me?
Oh, okay, yeah, you cut out a lot, I guess. What was
I guess.
that? Dawn?
Can you? I'm still here.
Okay,
I
yeah,
haven't
sorry,
stopped
could
saying
you...
stuff. I said that it happened right before the fires.
Okay, yeah, you cut out a lot during that.
I did realize I was cutting out. I'm sorry.
It's cool.
Clearly, I'm just coughing a lot.
He said it happened during the fires?
Before.
Since
People-
before the fires.
People are always like, "Oh my gosh, it happened right after the fires and whatnot." The fires at the please, I keep records of people coming in and out. I'm able to know when a person came in and usually have something to relate to them, give or take, if they're worth any time to notice them. So I'm able to kind of figure out when events go down. So when people need to have verification, I didn't mean to do that. I'm sorry, I hit my chest. I noticed when a few people, tall man with a group of friends came by right after the oozes, as you call them, came onto the temple. Shortly after they left was when the fire happened, and everything just kind of went to hell.
That's when the black... So the black stuff appeared when they came by?
It was there before they came by.
Oh, even before then.
Yeah, they came in after the oozes were on the temple.
Mm. Can't you... I'm trying to make notes. And then the fire started after they left.
Yeah, well, roundabout after they left. It wasn't like immediately. I'm not blaming people who I can't prove did or didn't do anything.
So you have no idea where that black stuff came from?
I don't know shit. Sorry.
And how long ago was all
Within the last couple months.
what's happening? Okay, when did everyone start coughing?
Oh, that's been happening for a little while before that. People in the mines and whatnot have been coming back, just having that coughing fits. The clerics were helping them out before, but after the temple happened and whatnot, it's just gotten a little bit worse.
He's kind of nodding. Let's see. I'm trying to think. That tall. Do you know which way that tall man with the group went when they left?
Said they were looking to talk with some people that were supposedly more towards the mines area. Said that they were they knew a few people who might be able to see if there was anything that they could do to help them. I mean, they seemed nice enough. I mean, hell, when they came through and shook my hand and whatnot, I felt better for like maybe a week and a half before, you know, it came back in again. So.
Even. Okay. Well, After he's done asking, I think Vyric's gonna ask about rooms, I guess.
Yeah. Silver per room. So I'm as many as rooms as you need. Right now we've not got a lot of people passing through. The fields being burned seems to have lowered our tourism. So we're kind of light on rooms being taken.
He'll, actually. Yeah. Vildrick will just take out a silver and pay for just himself. He doesn't know what the others want to do.
Oh, you're gonna let your friends... Yeah, sure. Again, I got rooms, so I mean, it's not like someone's gonna swoop in and steal them all. Maybe.
I'm not sure if they want a room with each other or not.
Hey, I'm not gonna make...
Man, this guy's dying!
I don't mean to laugh, it's just... I'm trying really hard to keep a smile on, and it's killing me.
Don't push yourself.
I'm the barkeep. I'm supposed to have a smile on my face. Otherwise, I look like the demure guy who needs to have some fun injected under his soul. I'll let them choose the rooms.
He's just gonna nod. Yeah, I guess once that gets figured out, then he's just gonna end up sitting in his room for a minute. Actually, no, I haven't gotten any word from, what's his face, have I?
That person? Not yet.
Yeah, not yet. There's only the one church in town, right?
Yes.
Okay. Maybe I'll go there later. For now, I think I'm just gonna end up staying in my room for a little bit. No, scratch that. I'm gonna go... Oh, I'm gonna ask if he has any onions. Yeah. Where can I buy onions?
He will point you towards the vendors. He does warn you that the prices are a bit inflated, but there's still a few people who might have onions.
Okay, I'm gonna go there to see if I can buy some onions.
Okay. Going there, you'll be able to find that there are people who are selling onions. They're selling them for 5 silver an onion.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of expensive, but they need it, so he's not gonna cause a fuss about it. Is it just like one onion per 5 silver, or like a bag of onion? Oh
It's
my
one
god, that's
yeah.
really inflated. Shit!
Yeah.
Let's see. How much is it? 1 gold for 10 silver? Is that what it is?
Yes.
Okay. I'll buy like 4. I'll buy 4 onions then. With 4 gold. That works. Or 2 gold. That works, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Did I do the conversion right? Yeah.
You did the conversion right, so you get 4 onions.
4 onion for my hog later. Onions. Okay, yeah. That's all I really wanted to do.
Alright. So yep, you're able to rest, relax, and then everyone eventually comes back to the inn.
Kalia with an excited pace and sits down wherever Vidric is sitting down.
Okay. Yeah, he's probably just sitting... Oh no, I need to give him hobbies. What the fuck does he do by himself?
He
I don't
stews. Kalia,
okay, he does have a prayer book. I'll be reading.
fair enough. Yeah, Kalia brings out the small glass jar with a weird black chunk in it. So this is what happened after it burned.
He'll look at it. Oh, you said it just looks like black junk?
I'm big.
Looking big.
What a miss.
Taru spent 2 gold on 4 onions because they have really inflated the price of food.
Well, yeah, they burned their fields.
And
And Kalia showed Virdrick the chunk of dead
Wait a
ooze.
second. What about burning the fields?
They burnt the fields.
that's part of the fields as you were walking in had been burnt.
Sorry, somebody from Louisiana. This means nothing.
They burnt it during a season where the crops were supposed to be getting ready to be harvested.
He understands what you
Yeah.
mean. He's being a smart ass.
That's just a thing. The time of year is when it,
Yes.
that makes more sense now. But
Yeah.
burning the fields is
No,
just
no,
a
no.
normal-
Yeah, they'd be aware that burning the fields is completely normal. These are fields that are burnt when they should be getting ready to start up harvesting.
Yeah.
To make that a bit more clear, because yeah, these people would understand the same thing you would, but it's just again timing. You're right. Making that more clear and apparent.
So
Yeah,
the
it-
stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, what exactly does it look like? Actually, does it look like coal or something, or just black stuff?
It looks like almost like a tar that's been like brushed over a plant. It's kind of like when you look inside it, like are you just looking in the bottle, just looking in it, or are you trying to pull it out and do anything with it just to make sure?
Just looking at it.
Looking at it, it looks as though there's like areas of it that look almost fibrous.
I'm
Like this
definitely
thing looks like
guessing
it could grow.
I'm guessing definitely never seen anything like this, right?
No. You take one look at this and you go, huh?
Oh yeah, what the fuck is that?
Actually, since it's all chunked
Wait,
up.
wait.
Yep.
Okay,
Go ahead, NPR. I'll ask in a second.
that's fine. It's fine. You can.
You said this doesn't look like the black goo that we mentioned, right?
Hmm?
You said this doesn't look like the black goo that we found before, right?
This looks a lot more solid, more collected. The black goo you saw, the black goo you saw before was a lot more liquidy, a lot more fluid.
I'm asking because I'll DM you, NPR. Go ahead. There you go.
Since I can see the inside texture and how it's all fibrous and stuff, can I gain any like insight into like what it is or how it works or something?
What are you looking to see about how it works?
I suppose kind of like, I guess firstly if it was a living creature, like if it could have been, or like what it seemed to sort of, I suppose, like if I recognize that kind of fibrous texture in something else, for example.
Roll me a nature check. 23, not bad at all. You'd recognize it as being similar in some regards to various plants and other growth that you'd find in these kind of farmlands.
So it's similar to the plant life around here.
Slight,
Like okay.
the main difference is that it is covered with a goop that apparently has made it extraordinarily flammable.
Okay, so it is literally as though I just picked up a plant that's covered in tar, and it's
That
now very
has
dry.
tar as part of its the membrane of it. The stalk and whatnot is made of this goop. That
Oh.
is,
Okay.
which is goop because it has been set on fire. Beforehand, it looked almost like a sheen of a shell, like it looked solid. And then you set it on fire.
It looked solid, and then I set it on. Okay. So if
Excuse me.
okay, so and you said when things touch it, it like climbs up the thing. So it's.
It did not. I did not say that. I said it looked as though, but when you turned it and realized that it was you shaking it, it was just kind of like rattling around on the.
No, I meant like before I burned it.
Before you burnt it, yes, that was trying to kind of move towards things that were touching it.
Okay, so and you said it was solid then when it was like inactive.
It looked semi-solid. Like as soon as it was touched, it would move towards it, like it was trying to grip it.
Right. Interesting. Does it seem to be like grass or like crops or something?
Like crops, not grass.
Okay.
Also, Paris. Intelligence with advantage.
Okay.
Is Claire explaining all this to Vera?
She's like, her eyes are kind of like, she's just kind of looking at it, and then she kind of just like makes a few remarks, like, just like, oh, it's like they're quite, it's quite fibrous. It's like plants, like the crops and stuff.
Just like plants.
Like, look, and she sort of points to like the fibers and everything. It's like these are like kind of like plant fibers.
So is this a sort of plant substance? He doesn't really.
Richard's sitting here with question marks popping up above his fucking head.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. It could be a plant itself, or it could be something that was like made from plants, or something that's just completely different and just kind of like assimilated the plants.
You've never seen anything like this?
No.
What's that 15 get me down?
With what is described in the books, this has fairly similar descriptors to what was written. There's a few things that are certainly different, perhaps off a little bit, but
the first result was different from the second as well, wasn't it? Or the second result was different from the first, because they tried multiple times. I remember reading that as well.
yes, each result has its own differences.
Okay, let's gonna cast ritual cast detect magic to see if there's any magic in it.
You ritual cast detect magic. During those 10 minutes, anyone else can discuss anything else that they want to discuss.
I have a mild idea,
Oh.
and I really don't like it.
What is it?
Bro, you weren't with us at the time, but we ran across a weird goo cocoon, and you remember that book that I had mended and fixed back in, I think it was Ivory Hills. I'm trying to remember where the marketplace was.
Jewel Watch.
Jewel Watch, okay. You remember how I had that repaired?
Not at all.
Ironically, Bo was with me at the time!
Doesn't mean he's gonna remember it. That was a while.
Mm-hmm.
Well, there was something that I'd been trying to mend myself, and he had helped me with. And recently I was able to fully read through it and get some information on what we fought back then. I think the creature that we couldn't catch may be around.
Oh, alright.
Is she just talking with?
That sounds fun. Another question.
This is
How do you people work off your steam or, like, de-stress yourself without being...
meditation.
Without being what?
being able to fish? It's the only way I've ever known how to work off.
Well, I sew sometimes. It keeps my hands busy.
Are you, by the way, with me clear as well? You two.
If y'all are at the end, yeah.
Okay, just checking.
So this is being said to the entire party.
Okay.
I don't know.
Well,
Maybe.
looking back on what I read, there are certain qualities that this still matches up with. And the person who created it, the first and second had a few differences as well. So, in my head, it would make sense that this would be somewhat different but somewhat similar if it is reproducing like it did the last time.
By the way, was I there for whatever she's talking about?
Yes.
The big black goo cocoon, yeah.
When was that?
It was us trying to take care of those fucking tree blight things. And we went to that house and found a cocoon on the ceiling that when we hit it, it shrieked and some divine, blaringly white creature came out of it and vanished into the woods.
Was that when we were doing all that shit for the dog?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That area was a little...
It was a long time ago.
Kalia brings out the piece of black fruit root thing that she has. And she just, I guess, we should do this after she's casted it. Should compare the two.
Navarro will bring out the book and see if she can find any kind of, like, I don't want to say schematics, because it's not the word, but I think you get what I'm trying to say, Don. Like, any kind of illustrations on... No, you're not making a cake. Any kind of, like, illustrations or something that would look similar or even explain, like,
Okay.
traits that these would share with it.
I knew this was fibrous. It's wheat. This
It's
is
wheat.
a massive cookie. Yeah,
Do
but-
not
Yes.
ingest. Okay.
When you're doing that, Virgic's gonna be like, so you're suggesting that thing we fought came this way?
It disappeared into the woods and we never saw it again, so...
And it happened to be going where we are traveling.
She just shrugs. It's not the craziest thing that we've had happen to us.
He frowns. He doesn't, so that's possible.
I don't like the idea either, but it's too similar. It's trying to eat whatever it comes in contact with. It's a different texture, but it has similar properties to what it was, and I don't like how this feels. It feels too
Well, you
similar,
guys
and I have a
both
bad
open,
intuition with it.
Hmm?
You guys what?
From how you describe it, you guys burst it open.
It wasn't even like we killed it. It was like we helped hatch the cocoon.
No, I'm like, you hit it, then it exploded, then it came out and ran.
Yeah.
Alright, so what may have happened is you didn't let it get all the way through metamorphosis.
The thing is from what I can tell from the book, if I have this right, Dawn, if I'm remembering this correctly, like, the way that creature looked seems like it was done with its transformation by the time we had hit it.
As far as you were aware, with your reading of the books, it implies that there's something else it's supposed to do, but I mean, it was up and moving when you saw it leaving, which, according to the books, is the only time it should be able to move.
From the way that it describes how it looks and how it acts, I think it was just done. Because it shouldn't be able to move.
And what did it
if
look like?
All I got out of it was steadily turning black as it phased through the ceiling, and that it had long claws.
I got no idea what that is.
Oh no, trust me, I haven't a single clue what the hell it is either, but just... You know, you have a gut feeling? That's what I have right now.
Hey, Beardrick. What do you do to de-stress?
He, give me a second. I'm trying to think what... Yeah, he'd probably... Work.
Did he just say work?
Well, work?
Yeah,
Isn't
work.
that innately stressful?
Maybe for other people.
Well, I guess my work is fishing, so I get what you mean, but my work can't be done around these parts.
You could try reading, perhaps.
Or temple if there's nearby, but...
Reading makes me frustrated. Because people and books do stupid things.
I just I'm over here like imagining that stupid meme. I never learned how to read.
Bo knows how to read. He just doesn't like decisions people make in books. Like Bo would hate watching movies with a pad.
Poor Bo.
Yeah. Alright, fun talk.
Yeah,
I
I mean, Beardrick is the type to just, when he's stressed, he's gonna throw himself in.
Good workaholic.
That's how he is.
Dawn, do you want to know something absolutely hilarious? I'm back to the chain, right? I forgot that just teaches me to find familiar spell in general. It's about spell it.
You can't cast it without the material components, though.
Yeah, and it's still a thing you can cast as a ritual.
Yeah, no, I know. I just forgot. Well, because I'm a ritual caster, so I have the ritual spells anyway. I just fucking forgot that.
That's a warlock spell for you, and you can use it to summon Argus and such. Yes.
I completely forgot to add it to my spell list.
Hey.
Son of a bitch. Welcome back.
Clear, what do you do to de-stress?
I don't know. I guess I punch things sometimes.
Navarre kind of smiles at that.
That's what Beardrick was saying, but more eloquently.
I mostly punch trees, but I mean that's only because I have armor.
Yeah, that sounds like it hurt.
Actually, one time I did it without armor, but
Also, I'm not very much of an aggressive person if I can control myself.
We need to find you another hobby.
Huh?
Wait, you cut out.
I think he said, "Huh."
You know, a hobby, something that you do in your spare time that you enjoy, other than fishing. Other than fishing.
fishing.
I started a small farm, but that's not something you can actively do. That's just patience.
I was about to say, didn't we just start a fucking farm?
Yeah, he's gotten a lot of pots to start a fucking farm. Yes.
Yeah.
Well,
He's looking for something to do, though, or something to de-stress himself, because it's just like watching, like, he's a patient person, but, like, he's just trying to find something to de-stress himself, because currently he's fucking...
Okay, so
What?
the way that you why do you enjoy fishing? That could give us a start on getting you into something else.
He just shrugs.
Do you enjoy the quiet of it? Do you enjoy the fact that you caught something? Do you enjoy
I
just being
just
able to-
always enjoy doing it. felt kind of drawn to it.
Is there anything else that you've ever noticed you enjoy doing, like cooking, or maybe you... I don't know, anything that involves artisans?
Fishing.
Oh.
You found a country boy that did one thing his entire life.
Complexity. The complexity of this man. Staggering.
One thing I like to do sometimes is smithing. She gets out like her hammer and like a piece of metal as an example. She's not gonna like hammer it, obviously. She's just showing bow. It's like, you know, I like to make things with the metal, and that can de-stress me sometimes.
I'm more of a collector than a maker.
What about like collecting jewels or
herbs?
Herbs? She gets out her herbalism kit.
You want to know the best part? I swear to God. Let me look at something real quick. No, okay, good. No, I'm glad. I thought for 2 seconds that I had an herbalism kit on my person. I was about to say this is fucked up.
Yeah, no, it's fine. I'll come up with some. Bo starts to get slightly over. After the mentioning of tools and kits, he's like, too much.
Fair enough. By the way, did I find any, like, illustrations in this book that would help?
There's one.
You hearing pictures?
There's one that looks somewhat like this, but again, there's definite differences between what is drawn and what you're seeing.
Obviously, but as the book describes, there's differences in each result, quote unquote.
Mm-hmm. Close enough.
She'll kind of tap near Claire because she doesn't know. She doesn't want to touch her, and she'll point to what she found in the book.
Huh?
It's similar enough that this concerns me.
Okay. What did I get from Detect Magic, by the way, as well as my sort of comparison?
As the Detect Magic goes off, nothing obviously magical pops up. And the comparison between the fruit that you'd had before and this new one, similar to what I told Paris with the book, similar, but there's obvious differences between them.
I don't think it's a coincidence.
Good, thank God I'm not the only one.
I mean, to be quite fair, there's only a few of us that actually know about this in the first place.
Everyone but Bo knows about it.
And now Bode knows about it.
What? You say everyone as though the whole world knows.
Okay, everyone in the party!
That's a small world, Nivara. There's only like 6 people.
Anyway.
Is friendly fire on in this campaign?
Yeah. I
Well, she's just like kind of confused. It's like, I'm glad I'm not the only one. Like, what?
Okay, because while you were
is there a whole city
because
full
while
of
you were
people that don't
gone,
know?
while you were gone, both Virgil and Bo were like, well, it might not be, it can't be.
Oh, okay. Oh,
So,
fair
like,
enough.
you're the only one who's back to
Bo didn't go say any of that, but
You tried, you're pointing it out, and I'm not, like, condemning you, I'm saying, like, Bo's words were, it might have stopped.
I'm saying you might have stopped the process, so it might have continued growing. I'm saying Bo was trying to say you were, Bo was trying to say you might be right and it might be stronger.
I misunderstood. I thought you were saying, like, you might have killed it. That's my bad.
No, because if you go through metamorphosis at its late enough stage, it will survive. It just won't be as strong, and it needs longer time to grow.
Okay.
So, what Bo was trying to say is you might have not seen its final form.
This is final form.
I'm glad I'm not the only one who thought it. I tried to keep a straight face. I couldn't. I kept straight you.
Khalil will turn to Bo and will say, well, if you want, tomorrow or something, I can take you out and I can sort of, I can like show you some plants and stuff. And I can tell
It's
you
fine. We have
what they do.
to do tomorrow. We got some work to do tomorrow. It's fine. But thank you for the offer.
If you think we're dealing with the same creature as before, then how should we go about tracking it down?
Hang on, let me look at my notes because I wrote them down.
I have no idea.
So, the way that it seems like all I could get from it, of the book, currently, just off the top of my head, I'm probably going to reread it tonight, is that it has some weird defense against divination, and it's an aberration, and not a plant. So potentially we could have Zadim help us find it, since he's, really good at the tracking shit.
Maybe.
Oh, wouldn't Zadim be here, by the way?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he's here. Yeah. Matt?
Matt's just being a little bit,
Oh, I said he's being a little bitch!
No, a little bit,
Little bitch.
No, I did not say that. I said a little bit, quiet.
Okay.
Then you jumped in with that. Wow, Paris. It's nice to know where your mind is.
Calling me names now?
What you call me, bitch?
Oh my god!
Yeah, sorry, I've been able to hear for, I don't know, I'd say about the last 25 minutes, but I don't want to say anything just in case my connection wasn't good.
That's why I said try again so we can see!
We
It sounds
understand.
like you're okay right now.
Yeah.
Would Zadim say anything about tracking it down?
Something like this.
If you're good
Do
at
I have any kind of experience tracking something like this, Guru?
It's an aberration, so you can at least use your crap.
Experience with this? Nah, this is different. This is weird.
Okay, say, for example, I had changed up my thing to aberration just to see if I could get a handle on being able to track this thing.
Well, to start off with, I would need a place to begin in. Just trying to track this thing in the wild open would not be easy.
Okay. Here are the main points of what I found on this creature. Hopefully someone can piece it together and figure something out. The goo is called Baulva. There we go. That was not coming up. Which apparently means dead plant. It takes on the traits of whoever it comes in contact with and is intent on spreading. But apparently the original one, the only offspring that it could produce were blights, which is concerning.
Oh.
It
Wow, that's weird.
seems like the original gave a bit of itself to cocoon the new offspring, which I think is what we found. So the offspring itself might be trying to do that now. As I said before, it's an aberration and has a defense against divination. And you can only really detect it if you cast a spell while touching it.
Does it take on the personality of the thing that touches it?
It just said it takes on the traits of who comes into contact with it.
Because I was touching that weird cocoon thing the whole time.
I think it means after it is hatched, potentially. Well, hatched is probably not the right word. I'm not quite sure. It just says the plant takes on the traits of those it comes in contact with. Well, actually, the goo might be the plant in this scenario. So it might have, but I'm not sure. It also several times.
That would explain why why this looks like crops.
Several times it also seemed like the person who was writing was getting frustrated and then was steadily going crazy. It mentioned the last entry to this journal mentions that they felt like they were going crazy, they needed fresh air, and apparently their arm was hurting them very badly. But that's all that I can think of off the top of my head. Again, I'll have to read more of this tonight and see what I can find.
Okay. Did you ask anyone about where it went?
What do you mean?
Well, where the thing went when it passed by the town?
The creature... I don't know if the creature passed by the town.
Oh, okay.
This thing seems like it has an innate want to reproduce. At least the original did. I don't know if this one does, but if it's following the general path of the original, and this goo is what's helping it reproduce, or what it is reproducing, then it's been here.
Wait, so you're saying the new one was the one with the weird arm pain and being crazy, or was it the old one?
The person who created it. The person who wrote this journal.
Oh.
So I'm thinking they were adversely affected by this creature. Which, actually, if it is the creature, would make sense for the villagers. Son of a bitch.
What kind of place would it want to be reproducing at?
If it creates blights and plants, the forest, typically, or potentially, in a worst case scenario, a very worst case scenario, she looks exceedingly uncomfortable as she thinks it might grow from the people it has latched onto.
Yeah, seems like it.
Which is this entire village.
Well, we can try and learn from it at least. I don't think we can. I can't really get a live sample of the stuff because it'll just like
try and eat
on me. Yeah. But I do have this. I don't know if I can really help that, but maybe make a cure or something.
If you don't mind me studying for tonight with the journal, I can give it back to you in the morning. See if maybe I can figure something out.
Yeah, that sounds good.
She will thank Clear and take the sample.
Okay. You now have the sample.
And I want... I will turn to the barkeep. Is there any chance that you have anything that might keep me awake?
Coffee beans?
Can you make coffee out of it?
Yeah, that's what they're there for.
I'm gonna need a big picture of it.
Damn.
It's gonna be 2 gold, just so you're aware. It's not easy coming by coffee in this area.
She'll put 5 gold on there.
I'll make you double.
2.5 to be exact.
Bo has not been listening to the things you've been saying for the past 10 minutes, as he's actually been entertaining himself by twiddling his... He's never been able to do that one before.
A part of me wonders if we give him, like, threads so he can do cat's cradle, if that'll occupy him.
No, you gotta realize he's never had thumbs, 2 thumbs.
No, I know, he's never had thumbs. So...
This wild for him.
Hey, Bo. While the guy's making the coffee.
He said, like, it takes him a second, then he looks up.
she'll pull out her thread, unravel some of it, and hand it to him.
Okay.
And then she'll take some more thread and kind of like wrap it around her fingers and just starts doing like just little images and such, like how you would do with the cat's cradle. You want to try this? I mean, it's the first time you've had
Sure.
all of your digits, so
I know this is how this is gonna work out for him. Okay.
he's gonna get tangled up.
He's going to get tangled up and frustrated.
Take it slow.
Eventually, he just goes. You see, he pulls his hands apart, probably pops the yarn. He's like, oh.
Oh, it's fine.
Mm.
It's cheap yarn.
He slowly hands it back.
She'll take it and kind of like wrap it around the spool, because even small bits of thread you can still use.
He gives like a very big smile.
Big smile.
Awkward.
She smiles back. She's obvious, like, it's just a comment. Like, it's fine. Alright, cat's cradle's not it. We'll find something for you, alright? Just take it slow for now. As soon as that picture comes, she's gonna head up to her room with the sample in the book.
Okay. Anything else anyone else want to do?
I know what Bo wants to do, but he's probably not gonna be able to do.
What does he want to do?
He wants to try to get into contact with his god. Probably ain't gonna work, but he wants to.
Isn't there a clergy with the sending spell or something?
You can't sending a god.
Oh. Unless they allow it, but
No,
she wouldn't allow it.
Guru doesn't allow. I've asked that question already. Yeah, trust me, that was one of the first things I asked. Was because my god technically walks the plane, so could I sending them? Guru's answer was no.
Oh, okay.
Even if there was, the clerics are too busy and want to save their spell slots, so sending is not possible. Unless they're
I'm sure I could
using it.
persuade one and hey, you want to talk to a god? but yes.
Fair enough.
Hey, you want to meet God?
Would you like to hear the voice of God in your head?
What you looking at?
Oh my god.
Yeah, Bo's just gonna try to like get in his room, think really hard, and meditate. Try to talk to her.
Okay.
If it doesn't work,
Make a wisdom check. I will make it for you. I forgot you're not there. 10. You reach out and you try and see what you can do to speak with her. Seems to be another quiet night. You eventually fall asleep.
Don,
Yes.
I'm gonna lock my door this time just because I don't know who the fuck might want to pop in.
Okay.
Because I'm tired as a demon Virgil sneaking up on me. But,
You say that like that will stop them.
Do we all have our own rooms?
Did you all get your own rooms? No one said.
I'm getting my own room.
I figured, yeah.
Okay.
But I will actually summon the patron to see if perhaps she can help me. At worst, I need her eyes just so she might catch something that I don't.
You reach out to her, but as of right now, she does not appear to be
Receptive?
no, not. It's more less of that, and more of you're sending out a signal, but it's either not picking up, which means she's either doing something else as dividing her attention, or dividing her attention, or she's asleep.
She sleeps?
Sleep. Even Paige sound asleep. I mean, you
don't know.
Please leave
You
a
presume
message
that she does.
after the tone.
Son of a bitch.
Tone.
Oh well.
Which, to be
I
fair,
guess
is more of a fey sort of meditation, like the elves, than actual full-on sleep. But you know, they're fey. They do what
Hello?
they want. Hello.
Well,
Been missing.
nah.
Is it me?
Because
Um,
everything went completely deaf, so I don't know
I
what
tried to contact my patron, and she's either asleep or.
happened.
I will lift Arcus because I'm assuming, like, whenever we're in just a locked room, he just turns back. At this point, or has he? Is he still a bird?
He turns back into a dog.
Oh, I just thought he was just turned back into a dragon. Hell,
Oh, when he's in the room with you, he turns back into a dragon. Yeah.
you feel like helping me read?
He like squints at you slowly.
You can read. Don't lie to me.
Yeah.
And we both know Nivara can't.
He curls up in your lap and just kind of like reads with you.
What up? I'm Arcus. I'm 5 years old and never fucking learned how to read.
Now that she wants me to read this, college grade material. Oh, yeah, sure.
You might catch something that I don't. Who knows, man? It's like how fucking kids catch shit that adults don't think of.
Yeah.
Yeah, what?
Did we ever figure out what kind of church it was, by the way?
Oh, what the temple was? No.
Oh.
You
I
could
mean,
probably have inquired if you wanted to.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can we say I asked the innkeeper earlier? Do so now,
Sure.
I guess. Either way.
You had a lot of time to think about it. I'll allow it. This particular area was a temple to Luos, the god of the sun.
Sun cleric, praise the sun! Praise the sun!
Praise the sun!
Okay, I was just curious. Um, I'm trying to think if there's anything different. Oh, he would have shared with you guys about the bit of info that he learned, by the way.
What info was that?
There was that apparently the black stuff was there before the fires. And also there before a tall man with a group of people came by.
Does the person have to describe the tall man? I'm sorry.
He didn't describe what.
Ugh.
But it doesn't sound like many people come through, so.
I mean, when you say tall man, my immediate thought is from the nobles.
I was thinking more of the warlock group. Your old boyfriend.
Look here!
Aren't we supposed to be hunting warlock?
We are, but are we really going to leave a village to die?
Exactly. Yeah, Virdrick wants to go after this group, but we do need to figure this out too, so.
I mean, Kaliera's interested, and she kind of wants to help these people out, but we are supposed to tell, don't, get distracted and shit. Don't get distracted too much, at least.
What if you're quoting what the what the old man said?
No,
it was
the Marquise.
No, wait. Were we told by the nobles to not get distracted?
I don't think anyone said that.
The old man said be careful in Tamdov because take advantage of.
Yeah.
But I don't think this is a case of people taking advantage of us.
I mean, it could be if it's the
An
clerics.
entire village is in on it!
No, the clerics. I mean, like I mean, Bo put forward. I think it was Bo put forward the idea of the it might be the clergy just like making up for their own mistakes. But anyway,
It still can't hurt to figure it out, because holy shit, these people are gonna die otherwise. Because it looks like they're getting worse. When you hit the point of your fingers are black, you need to start worrying.
You didn't wash your hands.
They can't all be coal miners!
Oh no, no.
Okay, but yeah, he would have told you guys as much too.
Thank you for your trick.
Yeah, definitely would have wanted to go after this group towards the mines, I guess, but we need to figure it out first too.
Do I find anything else in this journal, Don, that might help us in terms of trying to figure out how to track these fuckers, or any kind of sign?
Roll an investigation check.
Would it be with advantage, considering the jargon is helping, or is it straight?
Straight.
Okay.
Dragon doesn't know what he's looking for either.
That's 13. I'll take a point of exhaustion for this if I have to. She's desperate to find something.
She can read. Throughout the night, you keep looking over, going back over each page that you've read before. It's evolutionary. It's goes through stages, goes through a cycle. Overall, it feels like it's all the same information you've read up on before.
Nothing stands out to where they might go to try and reproduce. Nothing like that.
No. If anything, reproduction seems to be something that is quite blank in these books.
What the fuck?
They probably haven't seen one reproduce, Paris.
They kept them around to watch them do it!
They kept one around.
2!
Oh, I didn't hear about that part. Well, hold on. If we only found one, where was the other one?
It died. Someone destroyed it.
Well, in that case, they probably didn't get a chance to see them reproduce. If the other one died, and there was only one left.
It only took one to reproduce.
So they reproduce asexually. Well, then that explains why they wouldn't see it.
One of the bullet points what it told me. The original gave a piece of itself to new offspring, creating the chrysalis, which was what we found.
Right.
It also... Yeah, here, excuse me. Takes some traits of those to come in contact with, and seems intent on spreading the goop. Rather than the one that the person was working on, which was the creation we found, from what I can tell, I think. Actually, no, excuse me. That was the first one, and then they made another. The majority of those offspring of the original came out as blights. So there's 3 in total, actually. Excuse me.
Fun stuff.
If I'm understanding this correctly from what she said to me, Dawn. Because there's the goop, and then there was the first humanoid creature, and then the one we found.
Which was in the chrysalis.
Yeah. So there's 3 creations, or there were 3 creations in total.
But then one died, so now there's only 2.
The black goop died. It doesn't say what happened to the plant-like humanoid thing, and we know what happened to the 3rd.
I see.
Well, we don't know what happened to the 3rd, but we've seen the 3rd and watched it run off, essentially.
And you killed a lot of the plants.
Yep. We killed the blights. Which came from the goo. So, which came from the original, I'm gonna call it that.
The OG.
The OG goo. So I'll be coming downstairs at probably like 5 a.m. Having probably gotten at max 2 hours of sleep.
You have a point of exhaustion.
I know Beardrick's an riser, so I guess he's up.
Mm-hmm.
Morning.
Morning. He obviously sees she's exhausted, right?
Yeah, no, there are bags under her fucking eye.
Did you find anything?
She just shakes her head. Nothing I didn't already fucking know before. It's too fucking similar.
If we want to find this, I guess we'll have to depend on Zadim's tracking.
She just nods her head. Is the pitcher empty, by the way, Don?
You emptied it.
Is she getting food?
She's just sitting at the counter, staring, like, straight ahead. She's not there.
Yeah, Beardrick will actually order both of them.
She looks down at the plate, and then it clicks, and it's like, oh. Thanks.
He just kind of nods. He's into
Zadim will probably come down in the next half hour or so.
Guess, I don't think Beardrick would say anything particular.
Beardrick's not one for small talk.
Never has been. I will nod at him, and then I turn to Nybara.
Will someone didn't get any sleep last night?
I was trying to figure out a way to help you track this thing better, but unfortunately, no.
It is the thought that counts. It is alright.
Thanks.
I will
know-
order. Sorry, go on.
I know that it looks humanoid. The last one before the one we found had a plant-like appearance. The one that we did find, I saw transforming. But I couldn't make out what it was turning into. Which is the problem.
Guru, just for sake of saying, case in point, I will say that I've changed one of my things to aberrations.
Neat.
Might have been turning into a plant, maybe? I don't know.
Guru,
Yes.
quick question.
Yes.
Would I be allowed to take a look at this journal?
If you ask, she'll
you
slide it
asking
over
me?
to him.
Well, I don't know. Like, I want to leaf through it to see if I can find anything different, but I don't know if that would be pointless or not.
That's up to you.
You
Ask
never
her.
read it, she just has it.
You ask and she slides it over to you. Roll investigation.
As our DM bunches.
Okay, I am currently downstairs cooking the dinner, so I'll roll physical dice.
Everyone got diner.
It's that time of day.
Tyler, did you get diner?
No.
Well,
He's so depressed.
it's like 3
Oh,
hours
that-
earlier for Taru, so that makes sense.
Hast thou dined?
Don, what's my modifier for investigation? It's probably not high, but
I thought it was like 6.
No, that's for survival. This is investigation.
Oh, right.
That's
Oh!
what I thought.
What'd you get?
It's an 11.
I forgot that investigation was int.
Yep.
Eh,
My second dump stat.
It's
What's the first?
charisma.
It's almost always charisma pairs.
Oh yeah. That's his thing.
My characters never speak well, Paris.
Looking this over, trying to get an idea, a feel for it. It's phrased
Oh, wait.
awkward-
Would I have advantage because of my thing?
Searching for aberration.
No, this is
But
reading
no,
a book.
It's you get advantage on like survival and I think perception checks.
I think it's also something to do with knowledge pertaining to them, though. I could have sworn.
Yeah, knowledge pertaining is in like if you know, like if you have info about it, you have advantage to recall it. This is new information to you.
Gotcha. Alright, well, it's still an 11 then.
A lot of it's in how might one say? They're
Nerd
putting
speak.
it in very flowery language.
Yeah, it's nerd speak.
It's nerd speak. What does that make me?
Makes you a nerd.
Makes you a nerd.
Well, this
Love it.
fucking beautiful nerd is the one who's giving you that information. So, motherfucker.
Y'all saying it like nerds are a bad thing.
Obviously.
Paris, may I just add?
Yes. What did you do? Did you just fucking finger guns?
No, I clicked my fingers.
Oh my god! Son of a bitch.
Oh my god. Anyway.
I feel like the barkeep's gonna have to like slide the plate closer to Navarre, like that she needs to eat.
He just puts it in front of her, kind of looks at you, and he looks tired himself. Not like as tired as you, but tired.
Staring at a plate.
Long night there, barkeep.
Kind of makes like a motion.
I know that feeling very well.
I'll have some breakfast as well, please.
Christ!
He like
Good
winces and
morning,
puts a hand
Governor.
to his ear, just like, oh. And then he slides you your food as well.
I look at Navarre just like, huh? What?
Now she's sneaking up on me. Hey,
Everyone sneaks
What?
up on her.
I didn't notice you coming.
I've been sad the whole time.
Oh. She puts her head down to the counter.
She just goes and eats. She just kind of like moves her plate to the corner of the table.
Hmm?
She will eat. She will dine alone.
No, she will not.
Oh,
The team
no.
will, like, usher her back to the group.
You don't have to be over there. You just scared me.
Well, you.
Navarre will move over and sit across from her.
Beardrick will sigh and join everyone. He thinks it's stupid, we're all... Whatever. Let's do it.
So you guys will wake up, be able to get breakfast, and get ready for the day.
Mm-hmm.
What about Bo?
I'm presuming Bo wants to wake up, but I'll leave that to Butters.
I'll go wake him
Yeah. He wakes up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Usually just eat some of the fish he has.
Fair enough.
I thought you said Purina. I'm like, what?
What? Who?
You! I don't know why, but I thought you said Purina. I'm like, where would he get a piranha?
Oh my god.
After we're done eating,
Mhm.
are we going to try to track that thing down?
Mm.
Deirdre's pointedly looking at Zadim, obviously, but
Are we going to to look for just staring at the demon the
That was my understanding, yes.
move.
I can't tell if that small move is at Caesar or at us.
Huh?
What?
I thought I
She
heard
said
someone say.
move.
Yeah.
She said let's move, I think.
Oh, I thought you were talking to Caesar really quietly.
Oh no.
Oh no! What's he even doing?
He's
Oh.
plotting his takeover of the world, don't mind him.
It's 4 p.m. Do you know where your rabbit is?
Oh, he's just stretching.
I will inhale the rest of my breakfast. Maybe literally. You don't know.
As one does.
I am ready as soon as you all are.
Deirdre's been ready.
Of course he is.
Are we all gonna move to go track then?
Yeah. I'll stand up and kind of like look at the counter. Should I get more coffee?
They'll help after a bit.
Ugh.
I mean, it might help for a little bit, but then, you know, it just comes right back and it makes you feel just like death, dying.
Can I get like a container just in case I need to use it for emergencies?
Alright.
She's just basically asking for a thermos.
Yeah.
There's not quite thermos technology, but
No, I know, but
he
the
gives
equivalent of it.
He gives you as close as he can get. You're just like, I'm sure this should work. I don't know if it will work, but, you know, sure.
Cups with the lids exist.
Guru, when I get downstairs, I'm gonna start laying out the shells for augury.
Alright.
And when it's... Oh, I can ritual cast it. I forget. I know it's a ritual spell. Clerics can ritual cast.
They can ritual cast, this is true. What spell are you giving up for augury?
Hold person.
Hold person? Gotcha.
Yeah.
I'm back.
Welcome to
back.
And, yeah, I'll cast it and it's one thing, right? So, I say... can we go back to that, the whale? Yeah, let's go back. If that's alright.
It's fine with me. Can't hurt so that you can do what you need to do as well.
Yeah. Yeah, so I'll go to the well first.
So you said whale for a second.
There's a whale in the center of town.
And once we get there, I'll cast augury.
Okay. And what is the...
Us purging this stuff.
Alright. If you do that within the next 3 minutes, you take your augury, you ritual cast it, you have the 10 minutes needed. And the minute of casting time, and you just let them fall into place. And it drops showing wheel and woe.
He does that a lot.
What does that mean again?
Yes.
It means something good and bad will come out of it.
I might draw the ire of someone, but it would help these people.
Or it could hurt the people and draw the eye of someone with someone good.
That's true.
That's where it's tricky.
So I can't imagine we can just leave it here, though.
For now, for the next day. I say we should go to the mines first, then maybe come back. Because, how I see it, we need more information before we start purging this stuff, because it could maybe hurt the town more.
If we find that group, then they may know more than we do about it.
That is true. They were here. They came in after, so it's not like they caused it.
And
Thank
they
God.
have been all over.
Good.
There are
What?
settlements that are dealing with this, they would know.
Yeah.
So go to the mines, gather information, and then I suppose go off to find the group we were after in the first place?
Maybe. Good. I'm pretty sure you said it already. Who was the temple of? Or temple to? Luos. How do they feel about paladins?
The Luos?
Not paladins, sorry. Warlocks.
Warlocks.
You don't know. You'd have to ask him.
Did I roll
Actually,
religion?
wait, I read up on this, if I remember correctly. What clerics worship this god again?
Depends on...
Because I remember reading about this god and such in the library back in Ivory Hills.
Mm-hmm. Depends on the person himself, of course, but they tend to be more so geared towards light clerics.
And how do they feel about warlocks?
They tend to be...
Aren't they the ones where it's like kind of like split down the middle?
Yeah, that's it. It's person to person.
So not a would-be target, honestly. Because I remember reading about Lucanus, I believe is how you said it, and Luos. Actually, I have them in my notes.
Lucanus is more of a wild sort of person, so things of a more wild nature tend to be more their speed. They're sibling gods.
Yeah, they're twins.
Yep.
And they look, if I remember correctly, they looked identical and they used it to their advantage.
Yeah, they they love to mess with Dendreus. Because he's of the trees, and sometimes he just mistakes who's who.
I'm having flashbacks of something and remind me to tell you at the end of the session because you'll laugh about it. Okay, so I suppose we're heading to the mines then.
Up to you. So if you want to head to the mines, yeah. Also, are you doing anything with the well first?
Actually,
Yes.
is there a... There wouldn't happen to be a cleric that I can see nearby, is there?
Near to the well? No. I mean, unless you went to the one close to the temple, in which case it's just hop, skip away.
Oh, well, I mean, the one in the center of town, I figured it was the one that was close to it.
That's one of the closest ones, but there are others.
I'll head to the temple real quick then, because I figured the cleric might want to know that there's something in their water. So, I'll... Actually, can I have Arcus turn into like a bird before I left my room?
You could have asked him to, yes.
Oh, fucking... He's been turned from an eagle to a carrier pigeon, and he hates me for sure. I'll write another note and have him see if he can find like a cleric by the temple. And it's just basically a note that reads, check your wells, there's more of that goo in them. Because I figured that going up to a cleric and saying that out loud might make a few nearby people go a little bit nuts. Actually, I'll hold on to Zadim's shoulder and switch my senses to Arcus's, so I can see the reaction of the cleric.
Okay. You pass it to one of the clerics. They kind of look at you just like, okay. They read it and they just kind of like look at you, look back at, look at you, and they're like,
Well, they're not looking at Paris because Arcus dropped it off as a
Yeah.
bird.
yeah, the bird, obviously. But they're like, and the bird flies off, and it's like, there's no fucking eagles around. What the fuck?
If it's a creature that's not native to the area, the general consensus is that it's a familiar.
Well, someone's bringing some weird birds around here.
I'll switch my senses back when I know he's coming back to me.
It's the annual eagle migration, don't you know?
Eagle migration! Oh my god!
There is only one eagle, and he carries a single message.
Oh my god!
And we're heading towards the mines, right?
Yeah.
Cool.
Caw.
Cool.
Did we find it easy?
So you head out toward the mines. Heading along the way, the area is there's a road that's actually a very, very nice, very smooth path that doesn't, have too many rocks and such. It's really well traveled. It does take you some time to get there, though. A good hour and a half. Which, to be fair, it's not too far away from this place, so that's understandable. It's nice enough.
Mm-hmm. Riding my hog.
You're riding on Black Buck.
Yes, I am.
Oh my god.
Bucky's just rolls with it, just kind of continually takes
Oh my
his steps
God.
forward, eyes to the front. He may not be able to see everything, but he's following your lead, and he seems to, be all too happy to just go with the flow.
Cool.
I don't know. With that voice, I just imagine he narrates his own journey, as if he were like in the Wild West or something.
Oh my god.
I travel with my trusty on my back as I travel out into the sunset.
I make our way down that country road, seeing where this here path would take us to. Now, according to what they were hearing, they said here they were going to be hearing about some sort
Oh my
of
God.
something, some kind of evil, wicked sort of thing. All I know is that it's going to be dead one way or another, and I look forward to watching it rot.
All I know is that this is gonna take me home because it's a country road.
Of course.
Get it?
God damn it. God damn it.
Anyway.
Moving on.
Please. Oh my god.
Making your way forward, you eventually can see where there's an encampment. It's a ways off, but you will be able to make it there easy enough. And the people there, they have similar, black marks around them and whatnot. Looking like they've been rolling around in almost not rolling around, but exposed to soot and the like. Most of them have a cloth that they use to cover their face. Those who have it pulled down, you can see the difference between what's around their eyes and what's around their mouth. Where you have the normal skin of their mouth, and then you have like splotches of black across their eyes and such. Or in some cases, you can't fully tell the difference for people with darker skin, or there is actually a few tabaxi who are black furred, so it's hard to tell the difference between them. But it also means that people are more willing to make fun of it, just like, did you forget your bandana? And they'll just like hold it up and it's covered in the soot. When it's like, but are you sure? They're obviously poking fun, having a good laugh with each other.
It's cool. That's so funny. We're all dying.
We're all dying.
Death.
I'm in danger. I'm sorry. Oh no.
I guess we should just walk right on up and ask questions then?
That's what I figured. Dog's gonna kill you.
Is Naivara asking a question?
I'm disadvantaged on skill checks. I'm exhausted.
That's your own damn fault.
I just
Friendly fire's on, right? What the what's your
My AC is higher than yours. My dex, however, no.
I'm just asking because Beardrick's not talkative, but
Just get a whole person and be clear with a stick, it's fine. I'll ask around. I don't even know if we're supposed to fucking ask around. Butters was the one with the idea to go to the mines.
ask about that group that came by, remember?
Alright. If I thought. Big group with big tall guy. Okay. Yeah, I'll just ask around if they... Actually, two things that I'll ask around about. There's a woodpecker on my wall. Two things that I'll ask about, Don.
Okay.
One, the group that came by with the tall man, I guess, that appeared to be leading them. And get the fuck off my window! He's just pecking at it. It's a woodpecker!
Pie.
And so fucking sounds like. And I'll bring up that the clerics and a few other people saw someone walking around. I think he said it was late at night, or at least like really early in the morning. It was dark either way.
Mm-hmm.
No one was it, or was it daytime? It was broad daylight. About the man that was walking around in the cloak. Like if any of them saw what if he did anything, or what he was doing, or if they saw his face or anything like that.
Okay, so you're gonna ask around about that. Asking around, doing so at the moment. It's most of these people seem to just be like, I mean, not really. A few of them are like, yeah, I saw a guy like that. I mean, he just looked like he was just going through town. He just kind of went in, did some stuff, I guess. I mean, most of them though are just like, who?
Okay, so that's for both, or just the guy in the cloak?
For the guy in the cloak.
Okay.
You're asking about the other person?
Yeah, the tall man with the group.
Roll an investigation check for that one.
Would it be investigation or persuasion since I'm asking around?
I'll allow.
Thank God. I got a 20.
Eventually, you do find someone who, like, as you mention them, they kind of like seem to think, like, oh, which one? You said they were with like a group.
That's the information that I received anyway.
Oh, you're talking about that party. Yeah. They brought in a lot of people who are really good, like, performers and such like that. It was really nice to go to the bar and actually, have some entertainment for once. Granted, the big dude looked to be more like their manager, I guess. Like, he was, keeping an eye on everything, making sure that, like, they, didn't get, like, people trying to feel up on him or anything like that. To be fair, though, I'm pretty sure if we did, someone would have kicked her ass before them. And I'm pretty sure that, the people that he was with would have kicked her ass before him. But
Do you remember what they looked like?
might have been a half elf, maybe. I'm not good with people being half elf or full elf or not. I'm sorry. One of them was definitely a tiefling. She was cute, a little on the young side, but cute. Not that young, just younger than my interests. Younger than my. Don't take that out of context.
Oh my goodness.
This actually gets her Slickwork to smile.
Yes, quite young indeed.
Relax, I'm not thinking you're some creep, don't worry. There were only those two and their manager, she air quotes.
Yeah, big ass guy from mountains or something like that. I mean, I'm pretty sure he's from Jeweled Watch at least. I mean, there might be other places they're from. Never thought to ask.
The information is very much appreciated, sir.
Huh?
Was he confused by what I just said?
Yes.
Why?
He's just like, he's just wanting to hear it rephrased again because he's like, wait, what?
Thank you for the information.
Oh, I thought you were asking me another question. I'm sorry. He does look tired.
She puts her hand on his shoulder. I feel your pain.
Just, if you can just go find a place to take a nap, someone's gotta.
I'm probably gonna end up taking a nap in the car. Shoot. I'm assuming the group is like right behind me at this point. Just getting this.
Up to them.
I don't know, Claire's just going with the party.
It was like, I don't fucking know.
What do you think I'm doing, Paris?
You might be on the ceiling for all I know. If you are. I just imagine Claire clinging to the ceiling now, like her fingers digging into the rock. Does she normally hiss like that?
Killer! I think something's going wrong.
Yeah, I think Beardrick would have just been following.
Just kind of turn towards them. I think that's about all the information we're going to probably get. Unless you guys want to ask him something else.
Hmm.
The innkeeper did say that this group came by this way because they were at a meeting with someone to ask for help.
By the way, sorry.
There we go.
Hold on. Been coughing.
Sorry,
Yeah.
people were cutting out, so I thought you'd finished.
No, I was fucking lagging like all fucking hell, so I couldn't hear a damn thing at that moment.
Yeah, Beardrick's just like... The innkeeper said the group came this way looking for someone. That is what he said, right, Dawn?
I'm sorry, say that one more time?
The innkeeper did say the group came this way because they were looking for meeting with people for help or something, right?
They were looking to help the people here.
Oh, is that what it was? Okay.
Yes. Obviously, some of the people that you've been speaking with ask about this weren't here when they came out to do so. Or at least that appears to be what you can make of that. You can make of that what you want. I'm not going to tell you what you're thinking.
No, tell her what she's thinking. It's fine. I do it all the time. I'm sorry.
Wow.
I love you, tired.
I'm just trying to... What should they do next?
Well, if
They
we
haven't
can't
been-
track it, then we should probably just move on. There's not really anything we can do, unless you found a cure for whatever it is.
She just shakes her head.
Or-
Our best bet at this point is potentially going towards that group and seeing if they know any more about this since they were here first.
The she just sort of she leans over to Nivara. The warlock one.
She nods her head.
Okay.
Let's go seek them out.
She will turn back towards the man. Excuse me, sir.
Huh?
What's your name again?
Roger.
Don!
What?
Smell it?
It's Roger.
Yeah.
Okay! Okay!
He just accented it. Roger.
Can you hold out your hand for me, Roger?
Yeah.
Roger.
He holds it out, like palm upward.
She'll put 2 gold in his hand.
He looks down at it, quickly curls his fingers around it. Pleasure doing business with you. Puts it in his pocket, just kind of whistles as he walks away.
She'll start heading out the coal mines into the cart where she can find a pillow and a blanket. If you think she ain't fucking passing out in that cart.
Kalea is gonna ask for the sample back.
She'll hand her the sample.
And she's
Sorry.
gonna... That's fine. She's gonna use her herbalism kit to try and see what kind of thing she can do with it. At this point, like, she has no real goal in her experimentation, so she's just messing around to see, like, does it just dissolve and disappear into nothingness, which is a good sign? Or does it, like, set a fire? Or does it, like, freeze or something? I don't know.
Don, can I send you a screenshot of something? Because I think I know what the half-elf person you were thinking of.
Sure.
I'm gonna laugh my ass off at your reaction, by the way. I'll just say this right now. And... Sand. Yep, sand. Look at the race, Don. Okay. So it isn't her. Awesome.
You don't know. He said he doesn't know the difference between whether people are half elf, elf, or human sometimes. They may have said that they were half elf.
It's real easy to...
I know.
Anyway.
Long hair can
what
make
were you
that very
saying?
difficult.
What were you saying, NPR?
What do I roll, if anything? Sure.
Oh, what are you looking for again? Sorry, I was distracted by Paris's S.
Well, she was going to experiment with the sample she has.
What are you looking to do?
Experiment with the sample.
Yeah, she doesn't have a goal in mind. I mean, I suppose the goal would be to just, like, find a way to just make it dissolve, or just destroy it, without making it, like, I don't know,
aggravated.
Yeah, or making a massive bonfire.
You dissolve it. You've created alchemy fire. Wait, what?
Oh.
Okay, what are you looking to do that?
I can hear Don laughing at that implication.
What am I looking to what?
What are you looking to do to try and do this, to accomplish this goal?
Like exactly what methods, I guess.
Yes.
Well, she is going to... she's going to use a combination of... Oof. Actually, no, yeah, she's going to use basically just like herbs and stuff.
Acid.
Plants and stuff. She's going to try and make some kind of... well, she's going to look through just, like, I guess, local plants if they stop somewhere to see if there are any plants where if she made, like, a mixture, then she would, like, pour it on and see what it does, or, like, mix it around or something. Come to think of it, I'll probably need an alchemist supplies thing.
So you're trying to find plants and such like that to try and...
A natural way of destroying it, I suppose you could say.
What do I say for this?
It feels like something's crawling on me.
It's not me. I'm over here.
Boy!
Let me stop.
I just imagine now both NPR and Dawn like in my room, Dawn at the corner, and NPR just like putting a feather on me.
Yeah. It's like
Roll a nature check.
Okay.
We're still in the city, right?
You've moved out of the city towards the mine.
Okay, how far away is that?
Over an hour and a half away.
Okay, just so you know, first thing I did this morning was water the plants.
Of course.
I'll say this every single day of travel, mark my words.
The return of the bag, I'm sorry.
The bag is returned. Murder it.
The bag of returning.
That sounds like literally a bag you open that chucks whatever you put in it in your face.
I think it's more like if you happen to have accidentally dropped something, you can reach in the bag and you find it, but it's like a random item. Like, as a child, I lost this like weird trinket, and then you look into the bag. What the fuck?
I was once part of a series of one-shots, and there was a magic item bag, and you pulled and rolled a D100, and I got that's where I got the long sword of Schrodinger from. It was Schrodinger's long sword, which was one of my favorite magic items I've ever seen.
Just fucking sounds like an amazing item.
If you can't see the sword and the enemy can't see the sword, it counts as a +3 long.
Oh my god!
It technically has no blade, but if you can't see it, can you say there isn't a blade?
Oh my god. So basically until you stab someone.
No, if they still can't see it.
Oh my god!
Oh my god.
Closing your eyes as a hex blade would be the most busted thing of all time.
Oh my god, it would be.
Just like grapple someone, cast the darkness spell around you, and just smack the fucking shit out of
Tyler, what the fuck?
Sorry.
I'm just gonna move on from that.
It sounded painful.
Yeah, the hiccup hurt a little.
Is that a fucking goose?
Oh no! Don't trigger Butters. Anyway.
Yes, let's continue.
Yes.
So we're all basically heading further out towards
Heading
The
towards
last-
the Colossi path, essentially.
yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, you're heading northward.
Okay.
I will prepare, create food, or no, not create food and water. What is it? Destroy or create water. Create or destroy water.
Okay. Which one are you looking to do?
Create.
Creation!
Well,
He's watering his plants.
Gotcha. You're
Yeah.
able to do that.
Yeah.
No worries. I just wanted to make sure.
Every day I have to water the plane.
I would presume so. Just wanted to make sure which spell you were swapping out for create or destroy water.
If I give her a fog cloud, I would, but I can't.
Excuse me.
How often do you need to water plants?
At least,
Typically once a day.
yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's way too often.
Unless they're succulent.
What?
It depends on the plant.
Yeah.
Plants you don't usually water like a day, every day. It's like every week maybe.
Oh shit, I water mine every day and it grew like a motherfucker.
Must be a specific kind of plant.
It was a fern.
Yeah. They hold a lot of water, don't they?
Ferns or plants in general?
Ferns, specifically.
I
Like succulents.
honestly do not know. I had this fern when I was 8, and when I moved, it died.
I'll just say the first day of the week I'll water them.
Mhm.
And
Of course.
it'll be a rain-like effect where I cover the, like, I'll get, like, before we leave the town, can I get a tarp?
Yeah,
Is that a possible thing to
I'll
buy?
allow it. It's basically
Yeah.
like a raincoat, essentially.
No, but a bigger one.
Yeah, I know. You're getting a bigger one, basically.
Yeah, just, I want a tarp. Because that'd be good to have for the cart either way.
Fair enough.
Yeah, and I'll just, the first day of the week, I'll always just water them.
Easy enough. What would you like to remove in the meantime?
It would only be removed for that one
For
day,
the one
but,
day, yes.
yeah. Well, which ones I got for free?
You have Healing Word, Guiding Bolt, Protection from Good and Evil as first level spells. If you want something else, you can obviously remove something else, but
I'll get rid of good and evil on those days.
okay. So just remove that for today.
Well, no, I watered them yesterday.
Yeah, but you didn't have it prepared yesterday.
Yeah, but I watered the plants yesterday.
He's saying he watered them
Like,
normally,
in
I think is what he's
town.
saying.
Yeah,
Okay.
I watered them while I was in town. I don't
Still-
need magic to just water a plant.
No, but you said that you wanted to use Create or Destroy Water to do so.
I think he
That's
meant
why-
on the
while we're
road.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Create or Destroy Water is not a ritual spell. Believe me, I know.
It's weird.
Eh.
How long does it take to get to the side path?
To the mining town, the one that you're in, the one that you're at.
No, the
To the Colossi path
yeah.
from the town.
That is still a ways to the north. That's still a good, at least a week.
Oh my god!
That's
I didn't
honest-
know we were that far away. Shit.
This map is not to scale at all, Taru.
Yeah, I just man. Okay, God, I thought it'd be maybe like a couple days at most.
To be fair, though, the Colossi path is also something where it might take us a day to cross it as well. So
Depending on the method you use and if you're able to do it within a day.
honestly, a week is actually less than I figured. If I'm gonna be honest.
Well, are we just gonna? I guess we're just heading that way then.
We head north. We're supposed to meet them, I'm assuming, on the other end. Hang on, let me look at his exact words. Fucking hell. It said near the divide. Would I be able to interpret near the divide as before or after you cross it, actually, Don?
Near the divide.
Son of a bitch! I'll be keeping my eye out as we get closer to the path bed.
So are you just going to go past the mining town, or are you at the mining town at the moment? Because it
Were
sounds
we
like you guys are
stopping
all
there?
like, because you guys were, went up here, and then you guys are like, yeah, now we're going to leave.
Yeah,
Because
it's
we
going
were-
to the mine.
Yeah, that's
I
what I'm
thought we
confused
did
about.
go to the mine.
Yeah, we did, didn't we?
Yeah, that's where we went to get the information, was the mine.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, we went there to
received
get
some of
info.
it. Yeah,
Unless we wanted to ask around more specifically,
that's what I'm double checking.
did we?
Was there
Uh,
anything we missed? Anything
I-
we didn't cover?
I don't think so.
Yeah, I can't think. I mean, we asked around and I don't think we missed anything.
But I think we keep going.
All right.
I don't know. So it sounds like we're just gonna keep going forward towards the path.
Okay.
Yeah, because in the end, we said that the other group might know more about it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Since they had been there before us.
Yeah, so I guess we're just gonna keep going.
Yeah.
So just normal traveling.
Okay. So you guys continue heading north, leaving the mine behind. And you're heading straight up to try and find the divide and see what you can find up in that area.
See if we can find a group since we were told to meet them there anyway.
Okay. I'll say people who are keeping their eye out can roll a survival check along the way.
Alright. Can I have Arcus assist me? See if he can see any footprints.
I mean, Bearder's looking, but I don't think he's gonna see anything.
Give me 1 second.
I have to ask since it would be a bird's eye view when we can talk.
I'll say he
To each
can make
other.
a perception check if you're wanting.
Okay. Holy crap.
Yeah.
Where the fuck? There it is. Good boy. My familiars roll really well, like, just as a general consensus sometimes, I think. Or not familiars, companions. Both. Whichever the fuck this counts as. Fuck. Just fucking, I rolled a nat 1 once with Lux yesterday, and then he just proceeded to stamp everything's head in.
Mm-hmm. Good times.
Just waiting on Mad to see his roll.
I checked the link that NPR sent. Don, do you want to hear a stupid joke while we wait on Mad's fucking roll?
Sure.
Justice is a dish best served cold. Because if it was served warm, it would be just water.
That's
I,
fun.
I love Mad's laugh. And almost! NPR rolled a 0.
That is a hot 12.
Which means he rolled a 2.
Yep.
I like how the Drake rolled higher than I did.
I mean, to be
Well,
fair,
he
it's a
rolled
difference between
perception, not
perception.
survival.
Yeah.
I mean, my perception and my survival are both the same thing.
I mean, saying if he rolled, like, survival, it would just be a waste check for him.
Mm.
He's got, proficiency in perception.
Yeah.
Well, what do we see, Guru?
You see rolling hills, a beautiful landscape. It's really nice out here when, you're ignoring, any devastation that had occurred. Viedrick, you're enjoying riding on Black Buck.
Black book.
You're just like, I'm just gonna focus on that, get used to feeling the saddle, make sure that, yeah, this is good. This is nice. This is fine. Play games tomorrow at some point. Man, this is great. Kalir is working on her gauntlet. And like every now and then, like looking up towards the sky, like I'm checking everything, guys. I promise, I'm looking around.
Nobody knows where Kalia is right now.
Clear's
She's in the
mind is in
car,
wrong
but they
place.
just don't know where she is.
We don't know where she is mentally right now. We're all to be done with it.
Anywhere.
The bird and the lady, who control the bird, both do notice a few things in regards to their survival check. One, as you're going through, you do run across a few areas that look to have been made into campsites. Fairly large campsites. It's not exactly something that's like, oh yeah, we're passing this by and it's easy to notice. Like they're covered up and taken care of, but you'd guess that there's maybe 5 campfires that were set up, as well as a few areas nearby where you see part of an area that has again been burnt, and areas nearby there where you see like maybe a strand or two of some kind of plant that likely had been growing that's drooping in on itself, covered with the black goo.
The nobles did mention that whatever is making this might be chasing the warlocks. So I'll keep my eye out for the campfires and the goo and kind of direct whoever's driving, if it isn't me, to follow that trail.
Well, you know it's not Virdrick. It's
Yep.
not Salim
Alright, then it's me, I guess.
or Bo.
I think Bo's a little distracted.
He's making sure his plants are nice and healthy.
So I'll be grabbing.
I will drive if necessary.
Aren't you trying to teach Bright Eyes how to carry you?
Yeah, but I can't do it all the time.
True, she'll get saddle fucking burn. I think it's the term. I'm not sure.
Saddle sores.
Saddle sores, yeah. Which
I'll be driving this time.
she's gotten a lot better at it. Like she's getting better, but she's not able to maintain your weight for flight just yet.
She's almost there. She's almost a good girl.
She already was a good girl. She's almost grown into the full.
She's
girl
almost
you
a
always wanted.
flying good girl.
There you go. Like she and she can fly herself, of course. Just
She just can't carry a medium-sized creature.
yes. If Virdrick was wearing plate armor, maybe actually she could, technically do that with, Bo. But I don't know how Bo feels about heights.
Yeah! Let's not put the ocean in the air.
Let's do it. Throw him in the air. See what happens.
Lightning, typically.
Oh boy. Moving forward. Eventually, you in the air. It's almost like a thing that you barely even register. You're not really thinking about it as you hear the above
What the
you,
fuck?
and you realize it's probably Arcus.
I'm
He's
looking
the
up.
only eagle creature. He just makes a noise and he's like looking down, but he's too far away for you to be able to actually fully see him. But you do see he kind of dives down to be closer to you, and then he like hovers, staring at you.
Is he within 120 feet?
You mean 60 feet?
No, like that's the telepathy range.
Oh yeah.
What the hell's wrong with you? Like, just speaking in his head.
Look through my eyes. I'll show you.
She'll look through his eyes. Wait! No, wait! Stop!
He takes off.
Zadim!
I see what's going on. I take the reins.
And then I will switch my senses.
He takes off. Starts flying up and up.
Almost
Up.
just crashed this cart. Actually, I can't believe that.
I don't believe this, except that I actually do. Stop that.
Look, if I don't get enough sleep, it tends to affect me for the days after. Be glad I remember.
Hear me.
I thought you were saying as you grab the reins. Oh, fuck you. Shit talking. Okay, so I just sneezed is what you're telling me for no reason.
Bless you. So up in the air, Arcus flies up, kind of doing the thing where he like rides up on a thermal vent, just getting himself higher and higher until he gets to a good cruising altitude. He seems to be intentionally not looking down immediately, just letting you enjoy the sensation of flying for a
He
bit.
knows I can't even talk to him. That's the best part.
Oh yeah. He's just like every now and then he kind of tilts his head around, and you're like, okay, he's gonna look down, and he just kind of like looks up instead, and then flaps his wings a little more, and you're like, come on, and he just continues to enjoy himself for a little bit.
Paris is a backseat driver.
About 10 minutes later,
Oh my god!
I hate this bird so fucking
I'm sorry,
much.
what's happening?
Arcus is trolling Paris. Said, "Hey, I saw something," and is currently taking her on a basically,
Magic carpet.
yeah,
Yeah.
for
When
10
do I get
minutes.
my next? When do I get my next fucking invocation again?
Next level.
Paris is that mom who yells at their child when they are trying to drive them around.
I'm the arm bar. I'm the mom bar mom.
Throw your arm over the child when it's like, ah! Well, to be fair though, as soon as you get to that height with them, and they get to a cruising altitude, and he finally looks down, you do realize that he did need some of that time to make sure he was at the right height for you to be able to see, as there's foliage and trees in the distance that you are approaching. It's a bit sparse at first, and you can actually see them, or you could see them from where you were, but from where Arcus is, he can see a lot more of them. He can see more of the tree line extending. In the distance, he can actually make out the faint indication of the Colosse's Walk. And faintly, very faintly, he can see a bit of smoke curling in amongst some of the trees.
Aww.
Faint enough you can be able to see
will-
from where you are.
I will revert my senses back. I'll hold out a cube, by the way. I know eventually he'll see it. There's smoke coming from. She'll point forward. You can't see it just yet, unless we're at his height, but someone started a fire.
Campsites?
I'm going to assume all I could see was the smoke, just ever so slightly.
Well, let us see what it is then.
Bo, with your passive perception, it's like you guys are continuing on. It takes a moment for you to actually realize what's going on, but you kind of hear like a faint whistling kind of sound, and eventually you look up and you just see streaking down from the heavens, the eagle just seemed to go into a full dive bomb.
I know what I've done.
It does come behind the cart and just wings out and flutters up and eventually lands next to you. It's just like the head just like leans forward, extendo neck, just like
She'll toss it up for him to catch. And she'll stroke the top of his head.
Why do you do that?
He likes reform.
Okay.
She'll
Yeah, like-
kind of.
he does like a
She'll
head
have him
bob.
hop onto her arm.
He's hefty, but he's able to do so. It does hurt your arm a little bit.
Yeah, because he's got talons, but it's fine.
Yeah, you don't have a wrangling glove, as it were.
I mean, to be fair, he's got claws of the dragon too, so
Yes.
at this point,
Yeah, you should be wearing gloves. But he also doesn't normally jump up and stand on your arm.
she'll kind of like rubber his beak. You're a little Charlie, you know that?
He like tilts his head like, I don't know what you mean.
She kind of gestures up. Keep an eye on that, will you?
Gives a little head bob and
Appreciate it. Just kind of wipes the blood that I'm sure coming from the prick marks. Not the worst injury. What are you filled with holes until I get a glove?
And, I guess we continue traveling.
yeah, he's
To the smoke! Wait! Okay, is he within telepathy business?
Nope. He's
Meat
gonna have to go check it
cube!
out.
Oh, he's going to go look at it? Oh, okay.
You asked him to.
I asked him to keep an eye on it, not to go to it, but I mean, that was
How
honestly
else
why
did
I
he
was about to
finish it?
call him back anyway. So this works out just fine.
So you're gonna look through
Delicious.
the eyes.
Oh no. I can't do anything if I'm looking through his senses.
Fair enough.
Kayla's just humming to herself.
We continue forward to the woods. God damn it, Matt, I just saw that pun. If Zadim stays in control of the reins, he can feel Nivara jittering ever so slightly.
Is all of that energy because you are excited or because you are nervous?
Is it possible to be both?
Yes.
Then yes.
It has been a very long time since you have seen.
10 years. No. Excuse me. Let me correct myself. 5. 10 since I started traveling. And as far as any of them knew until roughly a week ago, I'm gonna take a stab at it, I was dead.
I am very happy that you are going to be able to see them again. But a word of caution. People change a
In
lot
years.
over 5 years. They may not be the people you remember them to be.
That's why I'm nervous. Because I'm aware of my own changes over the past 5 years. She just leans back. I do appreciate the pep talk.
Very quietly whisper.
It is no problem, but the real question is, what do you do after all is said and done?
What do you mean?
After the nobles have been taken care of in the land, informed of what they have been getting on about, what will you do then?
I still have a few things that I need to do anyway. This is a bit of a pit stop. And it does help in my actual goal. You've known me as a person who wants warlocks to be viewed a little bit less aggressively by some people. How are people going to complain about warlocks if warlocks are the ones saving their asses?
That is certainly a step in the right direction.
I still have to deal with a certain someone back home. I still need to find my brother. And doing this will certainly help the ultimate goal, so... She shrugs. I have an idea, but not a plan. Alright, do you plan to stick around with me or something?
If you would like me to do so, I will.
She smiles at him. I will never say no to your company. Despite your habits, and she looks at the bag where he has the candy cane.
I am surprised you are more irritated with that than the fact that I am a package deal.
I like animals. I have a dragon in the sky. Well, technically eagle, but you see my point. A griffin, I'm not going to say no to.
That is fair. You have known her longest out of everyone here, besides me.
She's a sweet girl. She's useful and she's warm.
Right on all accounts.
But once this is done, I won't say no to you accompanying me.
Very well.
She'll keep an eye out as she kind of like relaxes and see if she can spot the smoke.
Yep. Make a perception check.
YOLO!
Who?
I mean, if you're looking for it, you can look too.
Okay.
Oh yeah, perception.
Oh, I fucking NPR get
I
a fucking...
accidentally
Oh
jammed.
no, he.
That's still a 24. I see it.
It's no 24.
That's simple review.
She's not rolling.
Am I driving the car, or who's driving the car?
I'm
Is it
driving the
demons?
car. I'm supposed to be I mean, this makes sense that I make a perception check because I'm driving.
Yeah.
That's actually the opposite of how Guru usually rolls it.
I know.
Yeah, if you're driving, usually you're the one who's not rolling it.
I mean, it's
That
looking...
makes-
To be fair, it's looking straight ahead, though.
And it
Yeah,
makes
that's why I'm
sense.
allowing it.
Alright. That's like saying you're driving and you're not trying to look where you're going.
I mean, to be fair, it's like you're driving and you miss the place that you were supposed to turn off because you were driving and trying not to get hit by other things, or making
I
sure you
feel
stay
like
down the road.
how it's gonna work is if it's coming behind us, it doesn't matter that you rolled 24.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, for sure. But we're going towards.
But basically, he rules it as you can't look around, but if it's something that you're looking at while...
That good one.
Sure, Guru, I'll roll perception if you
Go
want.
ahead.
No, you.
You can't remember.
I keep forgetting. I'm sorry. I'm used to you being able to do it. Okay, you got a 22.
Roll perception, no you.
No, you.
That took me a second too. I was just like, wait, what?
Oh, Christ.
No, legitimately, I was like, wait, what? Oh,
You broke the DM!
no, you didn't
you roll
break me.
perception.
Like, no, you take 24 piercing damage.
Oh my god.
Alright, so with two of you rolling more than good enough, you are able to see the faint wisps of smoke.
I'll hold on to Zadim's arm and switch Arcus' senses to see where the hell he is.
He's in the air.
Is he... I'm saying, like, is he close to the tree line, or is he still far, far away?
He's above it.
Bo goes, oh, I see the smoke. As he's just cleaning his clothes. So Bo's just big chilling in his tidy white. He's running out his clothes off the side of the...
I mean, I can't see that because I'm facing correctly.
Yeah.
Well, it's the thing, you share a room with him. It's nothing you've seen before.
Well, yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely. It's just still odd that part though.
Is he cold back there?
He's just like squeezing it off the side as you
Oh,
like
so I
light
can
it.
hear it.
You can hear it,
Bo's,
yes.
Bo's jimmies are not rustled.
Nope.
They are donned.
And it's something that's very strange how ripped this halfling is. That's all I'm gonna say.
You fucking strength is 16, yeah!
Yeah, he's
He's
a
got a
very
swimmer's body.
well-built halfling.
He's got a swimmer's body. Of course he does, Guru. He's an ocean man.
Have you seen fucking free swimmers' bodies are fucking...
Yeah.
Lead me to the land.
He's singing fucking...
What are you singing?
He's singing Ocean Man!
Oh,
You said ocean.
How far does the smoke look to them?
To them, it's maybe a couple miles off. Darkus, he's like right over it. And he seems to be tilting his head a lot.
I hate you so much, you fucking trolling bastard.
He can't hear you.
I know he can't.
just-
I hope he can feel my rage, though.
I just
Yeah,
imagine
you just
like
hate confusion.
Arcus comes back and it's like, I think I have the materials for another fine familiar spell.
Or you
I
want-
technically do, but I would just call him back.
Like, oh, you thought.
She would want him back. He's her baby. He's just a bastard.
Time out for art.
Just like every other teenager.
Yeah, the feeling you're getting back from him is confusion.
Oh.
Confusion, like confusion at me or confusion at what he's seeing?
Considering the fact that you've been angry at him, it's confusion.
Fair enough.
You do see him like pop up his head, looking back towards you guys, just like staring at you, just going.
Can
in a
he see
circle.
me?
Mom, why are you
Not
so angry?
fully, no, but he.
Can he see
make
if
out
I
the
raise my
details of
hand?
you. Vaguely.
Me cube.
Make me cube.
He can't make out the meat cube, but he's presuming you're holding one up and he's flying back.
Imagine if you fuck with him and don't actually have a meat cube in there. It's an
Yeah, right.
apple.
He'll peck
Oh.
me.
So it's just less you're giving it out of voice, like he's gonna
Like,
force it
Arcus-
out of you.
Arcus is not kind enough to not like peck me straight in the forehead if I do that to him.
He's
I just
smart enough
realized
to know.
something.
Hmm?
Half of them, half of the party just for the first time saw Bo's burns, and the other half just saw the extent of the tattoos on top of the burns.
Yep.
So Bo's body looks extremely awkward.
Oh, yeah.
The more I think about
he's
What?
he's
Wow.
ripped. He's got burns. He's got tattoos. Yeah, Bo has burn marks.
different types all over his chest, and going down.
I remember Nivara saw it.
Before? I don't know if I've seen it before. I don't.
Probably not.
I think this is because I think he only showed them to Nivara because they were pretty much sharing their stories.
They're bros.
They're getting to know each other.
Yeah, and then Jadeem just saw it because share same.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bo has burns, and now that he's taking his pants off fully, bit on the legs.
Yep.
Not any tattoos I would recognize, is it?
Roll a religion check.
He's got the
yeah,
symbol
that's
of
what I
his
was thinking.
god on him. I can tell you that much.
I also wait, please tell me it's just on the symbol, because if it's on all the tattoos, I love how Virgil gets to make it, and Bo is still clue.
Oh.
Bo's
Not a
like,
clue.
I know what.
I mean, to be
Bo's
fair,
like, I
Virg-
know what one of these symbol means.
to be fair, Virgic's also 200 years old.
Could I have a look at these?
Are you proficient in religion?
Yes.
Then yes.
There's a hair in my eye and it won't leave.
No.
I
It's a
am.
big Noski.
Did you say that's a big Noski?
Sure did.
It's a big nose.
God damn it.
What are you going to do about that,
I
Paris?
also remember, if anybody rolls a nat 20, a nat 1, tell me. I definitely can't do something about it.
Obviously not, Never, no.
I can't see the roll 20, so it is required for me to say that.
Yes.
That's cool.
When Arcus lands, because this is inevitable, I will give him the meat cube. I feel like you're teasing me.
He takes it. In your head, you just hear, what do you mean?
You glance at everything but what I want you to look at, and I know it's because you can't hear me, but a part of me feels like you're messing with me.
What did you want me to look at?
Look down to see if there are people at the camp.
I was. And then you got angry at me.
He was right above the smoke, but I thought you said he was looking around.
No, he was looking around the area of
Oh,
where
okay.
it was. So yeah, he wasn't looking at the camp. He was looking around, trying to look through the trees and such.
Okay, I'm gonna write a note.
Well, I mean, why
Yes.
wouldn't I be looking around? There wasn't anyone at the camp.
It's fresh and empty?
It's got fires burning, but no one's there. I mean, that I saw.
Oh, that's
God.
suspicious.
Wait, there's a fire, but there's no one there. Did you see any goo there?
I was looking around when you got angry at me.
Oh,
A bear out there is going to be real upset at that.
Khalil's gonna look around for some potential people hiding and looking out.
I love the more and more it developed, the more people got the
Christ.
Let's see what this get. Oh, nice.
I just
I
keep the
will-
fucking 22.
Send. I'll send Arcus
still
back to
saw
the
it.
campsite.
He'll go flying back. To be fair, Claire hadn't rolled perception yet, but Claire, you can see the smoke as well.
Oh, I
No,
was
but
just...
he said he
Yeah, I
wanted to
wasn't-
look out, see if there were people hiding, getting ready to like jump us.
I mean,
Yeah.
where you are currently, you're walking, going towards the forest. You're not
Well,
at the forest
not necessarily... Oh, okay, right,
yet. Yeah.
okay.
Arcus is telling you about stuff in the ahead of time. You are currently on the road leading to the ahead of time.
Okay.
We'll hold off on that for a bit.
She's kind of like jittering Zadim slightly.
I
In
just
case
had
you-
an idea.
Did Mo just whisper that?
Yeah,
Why are you whispering?
I had an idea.
And that is...
Worst comes to worst, we could one day maybe unhitch Spartacus. We put a sail on the cart, and I push it with wind, and we get a sail cart. I mean, if we ever like get flooded, that'd be a great idea. You know what I mean?
We could turn it into a boat.
Exactly.
That does sound interesting.
It could be a boat and a cart. Boat cart.
It is a bar.
I mean, I will say,
boat.
unless there's a lot of wind, or if we're like, entering a forest.
As you say a lot of wind, he smiles.
He can create wind at will.
Oh.
Yeah.
Navarska like move. You know how if someone's trying to, I won't say rush, but like, you know how someone shakes your arm up and down essentially while holding on to the upper arm? That's what she's doing to him.
Mhm.
I don't mean to be the bearer of, anxious news, but is there any chance that we could go faster? 'Cause apparently the campsite is fucking empty, but the fire is still going.
That is odd. I cast Speak with Animals. Excuse me, Spartacus, could you move a bit faster? The campsite we are going to is not what we expected it to be.
Navara, you can weave things around.
Yeah?
Are you using this in Speak with Animals?
Yeah, I cast Speak with Animals to speak with Spartacus.
Okay, so you can make a sail then. I'll make, like, the...
I think a sail needs more than just fabric. I think it needs certain
Ropes.
preparing.
Yeah,
Guru, with
it-
water vehicles tools, I'd totally know how to use ropes, wouldn't I?
To an extent.
I mean, I was a sailor.
You're saying that there's some people up ahead? Man, that sounds like a great old thing to do. You want me to go faster? I can go faster. Hold on a second, right now.
Oh, Christ!
Oh my god.
Yeah, just
My
Spartacus
shot!
just starts to increase in speed to like a near gallop.
I like
Bro.
how Guru had to like work up to that.
Bo almost drops his shirt out the cart from the sudden speed.
Yeah.
Your passive would have noticed me saying that.
I mean,
Yeah, because it's
He was having a
common.
conversation, motherfucker,
Yeah. But all that
about
happened.
a boat cart.
Oh yeah, but your passive is still more than enough.
Doesn't mean he's not. He's focusing on one thing.
He's saying like he'll hear you, but he
He's a
won't.
really high passive. He's not great at multi.
Well, that's
Mhm.
fair.
yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, it just suddenly just takes off, and so Beardrick, you just see him just start talking to Spartacus, and Spartacus just starts making this like whinnying kind of sound. All of a sudden, just whoosh, start running away, just running off on you.
Keep up.
Beardrick sighs, but can he keep up?
Yes, you can keep up.
Yeah,
Like,
Killer just said-
if anything, the last thing that Zadine would hear would just be like, "That looks like that's a challenge."
Oh!
And Black Buck is just
Why is he Black Buck? Why is it? His,
He's a large black boar.
I'm just thinking Moto every time I think of this
you
Mixed with
you
the
can
pig
rename him
stew.
whatever you want.
thing. Mixed with the pig Stewie has in Family Guy. That's an oinking says the word.
Oink.
Yeah.
Fucking Christ almighty.
Beardrick has no interest in renaming him.
Mm.
Yeah.
I feel like Virgil likes the name.
Yeah, he probably likes it just fine.
Khalid would
Mark
reply
on my
to-
calendar. Get an ostrich. All right. Go on.
Khalid would reply to Nova like, "Well, it still needs fabric though," and you're good with
I
fabric.
will think about making a sale.
I love the idea that Spartacus has gone from going to at a pretty good pace to a full gallop, pulling this cart at a higher speed. Everyone's kind of thrown back a little bit, and Kalir just casually just goes on. We could still need cloth for a sale, and Naivar's
To be
like,
fair-
yeah, no, that makes sense.
I think Bo
I
just
love it.
inspired Kalir. That's
Yeah,
why.
no, I love it. I love it.
Totally
It's so Kalir. It's such her energy. I love it.
She's like, just in case that could work.
Yeah, no, I like.
We have to
this.
get some like waxing though for the bottom of the card so water doesn't seep in as easy.
Mm-hmm.
Well, would you use wax or tar?
Wax.
Either work.
Wax. Okay.
Wax is probably the better option because it's less heavy.
That is very true.
True, but it also melts.
To be fair,
Well,
tar
you
can
can-
too.
A wax coating could last a while.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
So, you guys continue discussing the idea of making yourselves a coat. Or is it a
There's like an.
cart?
Even despite this conversation, there's a fucking iron grip on your arm.
Oh yeah, undoubtedly.
And you guys rapidly ride in to the forest as the trees begin coming up more and more. Do you slow Spartacus down at any point?
Please do.
Yeah, let's go like I wouldn't say half as fast because that'll get us about as fast as we're going. So let's say only
Base-
like a quarter percentage, a quarter.
How
down.
about a speed where, like, if he doesn't stop and Bo just goes flying 20 feet forward?
Yeah, how about like 70 feet around instead of like 120 at this point?
He
1
slows down
mile per round.
and
Instantly stops, both flying through the air when I close my
There he goes!
We are familiar.
eventually you can start to see there's a bit of a faint bit of smoke you can kind of see through the tree line that you can make your way towards. You can slow yourself down a little more along the way. Until
Yeah, I
you
will.
eventually see yourself approaching. It's cleared out. Like there seems to be like a full-on perimeter that has been created. There's stones that are stacked around. Like this looks like a meticulously made sort of campsite that still fresh. There's still bits of fire. It's not nearly as strong. It's still got flickering, warm-looking embers. But besides
survival check.
that, go ahead.
Yeah,
No,
There's a-
you.
this
Let's
doesn't
talk
look
about
like...
everyone else.
Okay, so this looks well traveled, but there's no signs of a struggle, correct? It just looks like it's been cleared.
16. Good.
Do I see... Can I roll survival, see if I see
Yes.
footprints? Well, leading footprints. That's 12, I don't see shit.
Anyone else?
I mean, I'm
What's
gonna
my
try, but
Would my perception
Oh, yeah.
check apply here? Would
Did you roll for me?
I rolled the
Allow it.
16 earlier, but you said that you were gonna
Yeah.
hold it off.
Yeah, that's
You
what I
got
was
a
saying, he was
16,
gonna wait.
Butters.
So 2 16s, a
I was
20.
gonna cast guidance.
Oh, you want on whom?
Moi.
I'll roll the d4.
Wow.
Wow.
20.
Hey, 2 20s.
Hey.
So, Bo and Zadim, while Virdrick and Nivara are kind of, they're trying to help. You two, though, you got this. You're looking around, you're like, yeah, there's... They look like they had been getting ready to set up over here. Maybe? No, there's not an actual, like, tent or anything, but there's, like, an area where there's been, clearly something was scraped off the ground, maybe a bedroll. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, probably a good maybe dozen and a half to 2 dozen people that have been moving around this area.
Mhm.
Like this is a fairly sizable group, maybe even 30 people. Man, this is impressive. Like as you're looking around, Clear's just kind of staying beside you guys, kind of like looking down at everything, looking at the fires, looks up, and so Clear, you're the first one who notices as you see hands kind of slowly coming out of some of the brush as you see people very cautiously holding sticks in their hands, maybe a staff of some sort, as they're watching you all. Like, as soon as one of them notices, I do need you to make a wisdom save.
Oh Christ! Who?
Clear.
Oh no! No!
That's
Oh,
not a
worry.
terrible save, but it's probably not
Don't
enough.
worry, I'm proficient in
yeah!
You are paralyzed.
Yeah, I'm whole person.
Oh no.
You're,
Does my
Counter
passive?
spell.
you, no.
He does have a
Okay.
decent passive.
No, I don't have counter spell.
That's why I was asking. Does my passive notice people? Because it is 16.
As the spells cast, you do hear this and you do like sit up, and by this point, you can see that you're essentially surrounded. Like there's multiple
break their
people
surprise round though.
that they're not being hostile. They cast hold person because they saw that and they didn't want everyone else noticing. But now everyone either has a wand or you actually see a few people coming out and they've got like great axes, not battle axes, great axes. And
So
Kalira's standing, like, the way she's positioned is like she's holding up a finger at these people, just like with her mouth open. With her mouth open as if she's gonna, like, say hi or, like, ask them a question.
she'll
Guru.
hold her hands up. Go ahead, sorry.
go ahead.
I was gonna say, walking, Bright Eyes wouldn't have been able to keep up with us, so she was flying. As
So
we
she's
were,
circling.
oh yeah, as we were running, I gave her the hand signals to circle around above us.
Navarro hold her hands up, just like in the don't shoot.
Well, he isn't taking the weapon out, but his hand is on his back, basically grasping the trident, but he's not like pulling it or
Yeah,
anything.
Mirka
You
would
should
have
correct-
instinctively grasped his weapon too.
She will slowly lower her hand and just kind of. What do these people look like exactly?
Kind of dirty. Some of them look like they're from different walks of life, ranging from maybe higher up in the middle class. Some of them look like they're from like maybe a slums area that have been. It's not like their clothes are so worn and ratty that they should be falling apart. They look like
But
they've
it
been
looks
actually-
well traveled.
It looks very well traveled. And
Actually,
like it does look like they have had some maintenance to it to make it look okay. Look not too bad. You do also hear something.
what? What the? What?
From behind you.
She'll turn around. Oh god.
You all can turn around and you all see a large, broad figure pinching the bridge of their nose, tattoos across their bald head and arms, as a Goliath is standing there slowly shaking his head. Armor just completely over his form as he slowly peeks open one eye.
I don't recognize this person, do I?
Does
Roll a history check.
Nivara?
No, you.
That is never not.
I'm gonna
going to
take a stab in the dark and say I recognize this person.
Hold on. 3.
Oh Christ Almighty!
Ooh, Am I allowed to make a history check?
Oh, sure. Roll a history check for the get.
Oh,
Alright.
I assume I
would
can't
know
see
it
this
already.
person.
No.
Oh my god!
This man looks familiar to you. You
Uh-huh,
recall
uh-huh.
a group like with him, not just him
Uh-huh.
himself, coming through at one point. They were saying that they were traveling around, trying to help people out. Seemed
Don,
like-
have you
I'm
done this
sorry.
again where Matt and I know each other and forgot?
I didn't say you were there.
Okay.
At
Am
no
I-
point did I say you were there.
Am I?
I said he
pulling
was there
any-
with other people like himself.
Am I pulling any names here?
Paris, go ahead and say the name.
Hi, Alkin.
What the fuck are you doing out here? He motions you over. Hey, like after a moment, he like holds my fingers. Like, hold on a second. Marie,
I'm,
and you see
I'm
the
guessing don't call down the storm.
Don't,
preferably
please.
not. Marie, drop that. He points to the person
Yeah.
who's in the over and like she
Sorry.
like you see like her look to him, look back to Clear, look back to him, and then be like, "Yep!" and jumps into the bush as the spell drops and you're able to move around Clear.
Bo's eyes were starting to crackle with lightning.
Hey,
No, calm down.
Please
He
don't
was.
Oh, what just happened?
You got paralyzed.
You don't know.
Oh,
You just know that she was
Well,
just
that-
standing there
that-
with a finger up.
that's very mean.
I think they thought you were dangerous.
Please don't
She-
do that. I mean, I can be dangerous since you did. But
She was
I mean,
expecting you to sound an alarm and to make it so it would be a lot harder to speak with you on the defensive, which, when you're at a state of surprise, obviously you might still be on the defensive, so that wasn't exactly the best option. I'll talk to her later. In the meantime, you didn't really answer my question.
I'm looking for you.
Yeah?
You're.
Oh, was he the warlock guy? Or the leader of the warlock guy?
Yes.
Ah, got it.
You see several people shifting around uncomfortably at the question. Just like,
Look familiar.
Natural 20.
Oh!
would I
Zidane,
recognize
right?
this person at all?
Probably not, but you can roll a history check.
Natural 20.
I'm okay. I'm not proficient,
Oh no.
so yeah.
Yes.
I remember passing through your village a while back. It was a nice place, good people. Never really imagined I'd see as many people who were as versed in griffin training and taming, for that matter. Not since I've seen the Colossi training up hippogriffs.
Yeah, you do something for long enough, you get good.
Wait, there's more than one griffin?
Oh yes, the entire village is known for training griffins. You haven't told them that? I thought that would have been the first thing you'd have bragged about.
I am not one to boast.
He really isn't.
Bo will walk up with his hand up. Well, hi, I'm Bo.
Hello there. He gives your hand a nice firm shake. Looks you
Does
over.
he have to crouch to do it?
He has to bend over significantly if he wants to do it without doing the "this is not how you talk to short people" stance.
I just like that he's like, oh, I'll give this thing a hand. Okay, good grip.
Killer skips up to him and says, "Hi, I'm Killer," and she holds her hand out to shake his.
I may have told them about you.
I don't think we've
It's a
met
very.
before.
I imagine it's a good, hearty handshake.
It's like Armstrong and fucking
Mm-hmm.
when they're shaking their head.
It's just like.
The fucking muscles just bulge.
Bo goes, I don't think we met before, but I have a bad memory. So, if you would have seen me before, I probably would have had a large claw as a hand.
You're the kid.
But I don't think we've met before.
Yeah, they asked for paladins to come in and check you. You've been discussed.
Oh.
Yeah, you've been discussed.
Wait, where?
Amongst
He looks really
paladins.
confused.
I think he's asking, where did you go to check up on him?
I mean, I didn't meet you personally, but I've met with people who've been up to Vessel's Perch. They mentioned some kind of child with a claw for a hand.
Oh,
you.
I'm famous.
I mean, I'm asking because he kind of motions to your arm, just like,
It's normal now.
Oh, yeah, it turns out to spell magic does a lot.
Please
Fair
tell me
enough.
he's just staring at him like, what the fuck?
he kind of like looks at you, looks back at him, looks back to you, just like, I should have.
What? What?
He just shakes his head.
Speaking of which, I'm assuming that you're not the only one here,
What do you mean?
considering Where's Verenia?
She's up ahead. Were you wanting to speak to her?
I want to see her, yes.
She's with Natasha.
Oh god, she's been teaching her, hasn't she?
He kind of like makes like a yes, no, kind of, maybe.
She will... Does he point in the direction?
Kind of more towards the front. He's like, but they'll be back. Sit down. Let's get some rest. Let's clear the air. Kind of motions to everyone. Everyone's like, okay, no panic. No panic, everyone, no panic. Oh, you see,
Oh, Don, I GM'd you a question.
You did? Hold on.
It's in roll 20. It's in roll 20.
Oh, that one? Yeah, I said yes.
Oh, I didn't hear that. My bad.
You misunderstood it and you thought it was his voice. I said yes.
She'll talk on it.
Oh, by
So,
the way, I make a hand motion to
Oh.
come down slowly.
Oh.
I imagine just Bo and Clear walks up to every single person that comes out of the brush, shaking their hand and introducing themselves individually.
That's so cute.
Beardrick has not gotten off his hog, and he's looking very hostile. So he's still kind of glaring at everything.
Manageable.
Bo, I like how everybody else is like, oh, new friends, Bo. Oh, Beardrick's like, these are all my enemies.
I want to know what Zadine's about to do. This is what I crave to know.
I'm just having Bright Eyes come down, but slowly and non-aggressively.
Oh, okay. I thought you said you asked someone to lean down. I'm like, what the fuck are you about to do?
Suplex your
They look up and they see this griffin coming down, and several people, they're like, again, staffs and wands come out. You just see the Goliath just look up, just like, that's where the griffin came from. Put your...
You people are
They're
very
like,
twitchy.
They're like children sometimes. Just come on, everyone, down, 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 and they're like, "Are you sure? Yep. Motions down again. They're like, They don't look happy about it, but they accept it and they put it down as Bright Eyes comes in, and just lands, looking pleased with herself.
You don't hurt her, she don't hurt you.
He's not lying.
And she's smart enough to understand that cons.
Must have been feeding her something good then. Good on
It's
you.
the circlet on her head. She's trying to untie the ribbon on his arm.
Hey, why? He
'Cause it's
takes it
mine.
off. He takes it off.
Because it's mine.
Yes, Mr. Big Man. I am
Yes,
a
Mr.
cleric,
Smallman.
but I mean you. And he's like in the knee. Just like not hard, but just like a friendly love tap in the knee.
Wait, what?
What?
I'm a cleric, but I mean you people no harm. And he gives a friendly love tap to the knee as high as he can reach.
Mm.
Yeah, he kind of like he looks at you, gives a little nod, and like a few people like they kind of like they're like looking like very anxious, but he's like, as long as you cause us no harm, we'll have no trouble then. Thank you for that.
Virgil still looks hostile, correct?
Yeah, he's. I mean, you know him well enough by now to know that he is way more on edge right now than usual.
Virgil,
He looks.
this is the Oath of Ancients Paladin. You're safe.
He's looking at you and he's looking at that guy, but he's not.
Yes, this is my ex. She looks at him with a question. There's a question mark above her head, essentially.
You say accent, and like he like looks at you like you broke up.
Did we? Okay,
He
good.
like he
we
looks
didn't.
like looks away, just like he like leans to
Bro backs out from the awkwardness.
Yeah, he kind of leans over
Instantly
he
out.
leans over just like, when did we break up?
Okay, we didn't. I didn't know. You thought I was dead until recently.
That means we broke up. Damn.
Does it? Okay, this is my boyfriend. This is who I was talking. You are fine here.
Oh, if y'all ever want to get married, I can do the ceremony.
I.
That is
Thank
very
you.
kind of
Keep
you.
that in mind for later.
Mirkrig still doesn't say anything. Though.
She's maroon in the face.
I'm waiting.
Why do you wait? Wait for what?
This is the Armstrong seed. Alchemist.
Oh, wait.
Oh god.
Hold on.
No! I've begun to lag. Son of a bitch!
Everyone's starting to lag.
Oh no.
Jesus Christ.
Okay, there we go. I stopped lagging, thank god.
You're fine.
Christ almighty!
Ugh. Wow.
As you guys are kind of pulled together, ready to hear more about whatever they have to say, I'd say that's a good place to end the session. Nice and safe spot for you guys being at camp. No real cliffhangers, just getting ready to get more info, find out more things, and hey, you finally caught up to him, Paris.
Can I just say,
Mm-hmm.
I'm hesitant to shake the hand of the person that whole person me.
No, that's fine.
I mean, fair enough.
No,
You wanna what?
I'm visibly hesitant to shake their hand. Not like out of fear or anything, just like to make them feel awkward.
What the fuck? I'm sorry, I'm watching the video.
Good.
How the fuck is he able to?
Also,
Ew!
Doubly jointed.
also, did you hear the handshake Khalil made?
Yeah.
Or
Yep.
okay, I was just wondering because I don't think I
they
heard
do
you
shake your
respond.
hand. Yeah, no, they
I
do.
like
They do
it.
shake your hand.
Yeah, that Bo and
Very
Khalil have been
embarrassed.
collide, shaking hands, so they shake each other's hands and introduce themselves to each other. Then
I mean, this ain't any of her business.
Don,
This ain't
Okay.
her character arc.
Don, I'm gonna GM you something on Roll20, just as a curious question.
GM.
A GM, DM.
I'm gonna game master you.
I'm the GM now.
Oh, you.
I cast sending on my character.
What do you think?
You made him exactly how I think you did, didn't you?
It's
You
just
say
another
that like you
fucking card,
expect
ain't it?
something.
Cards
It's just a
version
more.
2.
It's just more aggressive Tharius and Carl.
It's
So-
card. It's card.
So far, Paris has gotten almost. She just needs one Furbolg, and then she's completed the tall race.
I
Oh my god! Wait, hold. It's Tharius mixed with Cog mixed with Grog.
Christ almighty! No! Don't let his int be that low, please!
No, honestly, if his int was low, it'd work even better for Paris.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
Honestly.
have
There's
more
like
than
80.
one archetype!
That's a
Thank
big one, though. Don't you dare say it's not either. It is a
I
big
can't
one.
help that I am engaged to someone who is exactly like this, okay? I have an appreciation for stupid and sweet. Taru, don't talk to me. I know your types. You ain't have to say shit.
That being said, as you guys are going to get a
Taru
chance to
just,
find
like,
out more
coughs.
later,
Oh lord.
we'll see you all next time. This has been a fun time as per usual, because hey, who doesn't love a fun time wandering around having shenanigans and going, what is going on? You know,
Vegas.
love you. That being said, if you want to watch us, we do stream these on twitch.tv/OneTeamComp, and we normally stream these. Apparently this one I haven't been streaming. I apologize. I thought I've been streaming this whole time.
Whoops.
Oh well, at least you
Details
got
of
it
semantics.
recorded.
Yeah, we have it recorded though. It's been recording this whole time. If it wasn't, I would have gone
Blimey,
off to
crack
cry.
knuckles.
Yeah.
I would have cried in just in dying noises, Anyways, moving on. We love you guys. We hope you have a great week. We hope to see you again soon. And until next week, we'll take
Except
care of
Brett.
yourselves. Bye.
Woo!
Boy.
Goodbye.